And we are live. What is up, guys? We're back with coverage for day 2 of the 2023 NFL Draft. I'm joined here by Sadiq from Deek's View and Alex from Hail Mary Sports. If you guys want to introduce yourself, Alex, you can go ahead first.
Yeah, so my name is Alex. I run Hail Mary Sports. You can follow me on Twitter at Hail Mary Sports with 2 S's, or you can go on YouTube and just Hail Mary Sports. If you guys want to hear something that sounds absolutely irrational but fun, follow me on Twitter. If you guys want to hear some good draft logic, YouTube's probably the way to go.
Yeah, Deek's View. Call me Sadiq, Deek, whatever you want to say. Find me on Twitter, Deek's View OG. Pretty known around there. Apparently, Elon likes to show all my tweets to everybody. Some people don't like it. Some people love it. It's up to you to decide. Next week, we're actually dropping a podcast rebrand. Going to be called Next Wave Bears. Actually, going to be joined by a special guest who's going to be kind of co-hosting with me. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's get into this draft.
Yeah, of course. So the draft just started. It's about to start right now. I think there's like a few minutes left until the first team goes on the clock, which is Pittsburgh Steelers, obviously, who have our pick, number 32, that we traded for Chase Claypool, which, in hindsight, looks like a very high pick that we gave up. But they are looking to trade that pick back now. So do you guys think it's actually going to be traded back to any team, or do you think the Steelers are just staying here and selecting Joey Porter Jr.? Because obviously they have the lineage there, so it would make sense for them to stay there.
Yeah. For me, obviously, wearing a Penn State polo because I am actually raised a part Steelers and part Bears fan. So I'm praying to God for Joey Porter Jr. If that does not happen, I may be going bald from ripping out my hair on live stream. So at least that'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hearing reports that there, like, a lot of people are calling in. So I think if the demand is high enough, I don't see why the Steelers wouldn't take a haul for that pick. Especially with, they have a young quarterback. They got a lot of, I guess they're not really rebuilding, but at the same time, they're not, all the way ready to compete. So getting more picks definitely does make sense. But, I mean, just they definitely have their pick right now where they're at. So,
yeah. It'll be interesting because the Bears have been reported to want to trade up today. So at some point in the next, 10, 20, 30 minutes, we could see the Bears name pop up on the screen. And it really depends on what we have to give up, right? Because I think that if we do go up to 32, the cost probably is just way too much because you have to bid against teams that are wanting to go up for Will Levis because Will Levis is still on the board right now. So you're going to have to outbid teams that are going up for quarterbacks, which they're going to be paying a lot of money, a lot of picks. So I think if you want to go up, if you are the Chicago Bears, you're probably going to try to go to pick number 38, 39, maybe 40. And if one of your guys is there, then you stay there, you select your guy.
Yep.
Then it could work out, but it is risky to trade up, obviously, with all the needs that the Bears have currently.
I know. I'm pulling up my board right now to make sure that I see who's my top guys available.
Antonio said, I'd be sick if we trade a future first-round pick to move up. I can guarantee you I don't think we're going to be trading a first-round pick in any capacity, even to go up to 32, unless you don't give up the second-round pick. If you only give up the future first, then it could work. But still, I don't think that Ryan Poles would do that with all the talent available in the draft next year. There's so many guys at the top that you would not want to do that. So
that's Greg Gabriel reported that earlier. Well, not reported, but he said the cost to go up to 32 would have been next year's first. And
really,
I don't know if that's true, but that's what he tweeted.
But is that is that counting the second round pick we have to give up too, with the pick swap, or is that just full on acquiring that pick?
That would be insane. That would be like a free first round pick, basically.
Yeah. Right. So, man.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Jove Bankroll? Who do you guys want to see the Bears draft tonight? Let us know in the comments down below.
What do you guys? So, I'm curious, Sadiq. Who's the top guy on your board right now who has not been taken?
Honestly, I want I think Julius Brents, I really like him. I think he might slip a little bit more.
Yeah.
As far as value and, if maybe I have to trade up, I really want John Michael Schmitz. I really want us to secure the center position for years, have all 5 positions on lock. Maybe Nate Davis gets a little bit older between him and Tevin. They have some injury history, so maybe we come out with a guard this year and next year, but I really want a JMS-type center to just lock down the line for years to come.
Intriguing. Rishab, I know that you like to peek into the draft. What guys are still available that you're interested in?
Yeah, so Adetomiwa Adebare, obviously out of
Mm.
Northwestern, that'd be a dream come true. I mean, for a lot of Bears fans, because we've been wanting him for a while now, ever since, Eberflus and Poles met with him at the Northwestern Pro Day. He'd fill in the 3 technique void that we have right now. We didn't get Jalen Carter, obviously, yesterday. So if you want the most explosive 3 technique besides for Jalen Carter, it's probably Adetomiwa Adebare. So that's one option. Keanu Benton out of Wisconsin is super good. I mean, 1 technique, maybe 3 technique, because he is super, explosive, and he tested really well at the combine too. So honestly, anybody on the D line right now, I feel like the Bears could use, because we just have such a bad D line. We're not going to be good on the D line next year unless we address it right now. So I also want to say though, Darnell Washington, the tight end from Georgia, that would be like a very fun type of pick, which I'm not sure if it's like the biggest need in the world, because we already have, Cole Kmet, we have Robert Tonyan too, but that's going to be a lot of fun next year in 12 personnel. If you have Darnell Washington on the, on the left or right side, and have Cole Kmet as well for the receiving option. So
I like Zach Kuntz out of Old Dominion later in the draft.
Dude, Kuntz is a good guy, man. I like him. Brenton Strange is another dude who was like jumping up people's boards. So I rewatched him. That guy is so underutilized. I feel like he could be Isaiah Likely-esque, where he runs at 4.7 but still plays at a very elite level. Just weird. It's weird. Also, represent Penn State, right? I don't even go to Penn State. I'm giving them a lot of free publicity here, but
it's cool. That was the shoulda, coulda, woulda for Justin Fields.
He decommitted right when the Joe Moorhead, whoever was there, left the college. Damn.
Yeah. Oh, that's. Man, lots of memories. Yeah, I'm. My family we're a lot of Ohio State alums too, so I love Justin Fields.
Somebody got to win.
I know. Very true. I remember when
right here, James Durkin.
What's up? We are. Yeah, let's go, Penn State, baby. I know that's so weird. I'm an Ohio State fan, but I'm wearing Penn State gear. Penn State's sick. That's okay. I'll accept it. But no, I remember that draft where you guys got Justin Fields and then moved up, I think, for Tevin Jenkins as well. And Tevin Jenkins was one of the first offensive linemen I wrote a report for when I was a sports writer. And I remember saying that, like, I think he would be an okay tackle, but he'll be a Hall of Fame guard. And I just feel like he's going to fit so much better in the long run as a guard. And I love him next to Darnell Wright, potentially. Like, that's
how do you feel about his injuries
on the right side?
Well, Sorry, what?
I was saying, how do you feel about his injuries? Because I think if obviously healthy, everything you said holds true. I just really worry if he's going to have a full healthy career.
That's his issue. That's the reason he fell in the first place, because I was asking my buddy RJ, he's a scout director for the 49ers. I was like, why the heck did this guy fall? I thought he was going to be the first tackle off the board. He's mean. He's big. He didn't test too poorly. Like, this guy is built to be a freak. And he's like, it was just mainly because of injuries. So, that's a reason why he was available. And it's going to be something that might plague him, but I think it's something that I'd be willing to deal with if I get 50% of his play as Hall of Fame level versus 50% IR. It's like, that's where you get a backup offensive lineman and become pretty much the Eagles, right?
That's so that's my other crush. My draft crush is I want Cody Mock, I think is how you say it. I think he is a perfect backup type guy who can come in a pinch for injuries.
Oh yeah. No, Cody Mock is so interesting when you watch his tape. He never blocks the guy in front of him. It's weird. He always goes to the second level, but he's a mauler. He'll just plow dudes over. And at the Senior Bowl, it looked like he was out of his water. He looked really uncomfortable there. So it could be definitely within the range of the Bears' second-round picks, even maybe the third. But I love it. Especially to be a backup.
Be a center?
Huh?
Do you think Cody Mauch could be a center? Because I saw people online speculate that Luke Getsy might want him at center, if the Bears do draft him.
Yeah. I mean, my only issue with guys becoming a center is if you don't have a polished, consistent, good processor at quarterback, which Justin's still growing and developing in that front. I really want the center to be his crutch mentally, to point out things that maybe the quarterback doesn't see. When you have a tackle who's not ready going into the system where Justin's still developing, I'd be a little bit worried personally. But hell, if he pulls out on a QB option, oh man, that's gonna be nasty, nasty. But yeah, I have guard only. I'm not a fan of guards going to center. That's my thing.
We got a good comment from Antonio Esperanza. He said, I want 6'6" Joe Tippmann, Jenkins, and Davis in the middle. A dream come true, hopefully, for me. Yeah, that would be insane. I mean, that could honestly be one of the best offensive lines in recent Bears history if everybody does pan out to what we think they can be, right? Because you got, the best pass protecting tackle in the class, probably in Darnell Wright, a nasty guy. You got Joe Tippmann too, who's much bigger than any other center I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen a 6'6".
I didn't know he was 6'6".
Yeah, that's like tackle level,
I should know.
build, which is like, why are you playing center? But I guess he's a good center.
Yeah, 6'6", 313. Man, the one thing I don't like about Tippmann, so I originally watched his Michigan State game, and he was awful in that game. I don't know what's up with those Michigan State defensive interiors. They are freaks, super underrated. But when you watch them against other teams like Ohio State, I watched that game and I was like, these guys are projected first-round picks. This guy's handling them like crazy. I don't know. I feel like he could have an issue handling smaller defensive linemen that might be able to get under his pads since he is 6'6".
Right.
But when it comes to those big dudes, he's going to be able to handle them for sure. So it just really depends on if you could get him comfortable keeping a lower profile so that those guys don't pop him up and get underneath him.
Right.
No, that makes sense. I literally did not realize he was that tall. I knew he was kind of tall because I didn't really do too much. I did a lot of my studying on the tackles this draft.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely makes sense. Especially like with if we don't get Adetomiwa, he's kind of like a smaller guy. Kalijah Cansey. A lot of the D tackles that are coming out kind of a little smaller nowadays.
Dude, I love Keandre Coburn. I don't know where he's going to go. That guy is like 300. Where is Keandre Coburn on my board? He's like over 300 pounds. He's a UT's interior defensive lineman. There's a lot of love that goes to, I'm forgetting his name, Moro Jomo. But like nobody talks about this guy. He's a big dude who can just eat space. And he's actually really athletic. To me, he's kind of what people think Siaki Ika is. So, I mean, I'm just going to command F the hell out of this thing and just look for him. Coburn. He's 6'2", 332. So he's built to plug the middle. Not many guys in this class that are built like that.
Right.
But he's fun. Really fun player. I like him a lot. But we'll see. We'll see if maybe it depends on how far Jair falls, but I'd love to have him as a rotational safety if you draft him in the 4th. Like, just pair him back up with Jaquan.
What about Brian Branch? I feel like that's somebody who, pertaining the Bears, could play nickel possibly, and then also maybe transition into being Eddie Jackson's replacement down the line. Something that's kind of been on my mind. I'm not really sure how well that transition would work, but it's something.
Rashad, what do you think?
Brian Branch?
Yeah.
It could be a possibility. I mean, I feel like secondary, especially safety, is probably not as big of a need as the Lions are, or offensive line, even center. So I don't think it'd be like my preferred option. But he is like a really good player that could have been a first-round pick. So you can't hate the pick in round 2. But I still feel like the Bears do have to go D-line at this point because our D-line is just like devoid of bodies. Like we don't have anybody right now at a high level. So
especially passing on Jalen.
Yeah.
All right, the pick is in for Pittsburgh, so they did not end up trading their pick.
Really?
This has to be Joey Porter Jr. I would be very surprised if it's not.
Dude, I'm gonna be so stoked. Of course, my freaking stream is like a minute behind, apparently.
Oh man.
Yeah, my stream is back too. So I'm apparently is Deontay Banks still on the board?
No, he was taken by
Giants, I think.
the Giants. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Dude, I love that fit. So I think Deontay Banks to me was a dream pick for the Ravens, but that's because in my mind the identity of the Ravens defense is through Wink Martindale, who's the DC for New York. So it's like it was just a home run hit for me. I love that pick for him. Oh,
Joseph, it's starting right now actually. So yeah, round 2 started right now. Bears pick isn't until pick number 66, or 53 actually, which is still a while away, but we could be trading up. So
yeah,
could be
picks, right? 3 picks
so
top 64.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'll wait for you guys to say once you see the pick.
Sadiq saw Twitter.
Oh man,
you got to turn off those notifications, my guy.
Nah, this year I've been pretty locked in early because I've been doing some media stuff. So I don't know. This is my first draft where I kind of wanted to know everything early, but I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys.
Oh no, I have obviously a lot of emotional stock in this pick, so I may have a lot of hair, but maybe not after this. I have a bad feeling it could be a linebacker since they were working the phones. I hope to God it's not. Oh. Don't mind me. I'm going to mute my microphone and turn on the sound because they're coming out to announce the pick. And I'm just stoked. I'm just super stoked. So I will be. You'll see me react, but maybe not hear me scream.
Yeah, Adam Schefter and Ian apparently made a pact to not spoil the picks, and apparently that only lasted for yesterday.
Oh, I saw the pick. It just got made on TV. You want me to say it, Alex, or
His
or
stream,
no?
his stream's a little behind.
Okay.
Woo!
Yeah,
Let's
good pick.
go.
Really good
Oh
pick.
my God. Okay, so now I had the Steelers trade up in my final mock with the Patriots to get Joey Porter Jr. This is mwah. Oh.
That worked out so well for them, having to not even like trade up for any tackle. They stayed at 7, or did they trade up for Broderick?
They sent a 4th round pick to get Broderick
so
Jones.
that
You know,
doesn't matter. Yeah, so they got
I was
Broderick
like,
Jones.
I gave it a B plus because I was like, oh, Joey Porter was a better pick, and then it's like they still get Joey Porter anyways. Ridiculous.
Right.
Oh.
Now we can see some trades actually, because now I think Detroit might have wanted Joey Porter Jr. because they passed on a cornerback in the first round. So kind of makes you think Detroit might potentially want to trade back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
Kevin just joined in. I'm going to add Kevin in here.
Yeah.
Kevin, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys? How we doing? Joey Porter Jr. to the Steelers. Let's go. We're starting it off hot.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
You're a Penn State guy? Is that a Penn State shirt?
Well, I'm a Steelers and Penn State guy. Joey Porter was my number 2 player in the draft, so let's just say I'm a little bit happy. Yes, I know. Yeah,
all positions?
Yes, all positions.
Damn. Oh God.
No, I'm a big corners
big
guy,
steal.
so I might be a little bit biased, but no, dude,
Yeah.
JPJ. Oh man,
How do you feel about his whole? Do you feel like he holding wise he'll get that straightened out?
I'll ask you this question: who was the best defensive back in the NFL last year?
I mean, he should have got called on a lot of them, but Sauce.
Tyrique, Jalen, these guys all hold. It's part of the game at this point. It really is. It's just pretty much crossing your fingers and hoping they don't. And I think that Patrick Peterson would be a really good mentor to teach Joey Porter when to hold and when not to. So it's a great location for me. I just love it to death as a part Steelers and part Bears fan. Just, mwah. Yeah,
they're gonna milk that story of him and his pops. They posted the picture of him as a baby with his pops.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I love it. But my next player on my big board is BJ Ojulari.
Let's go. That's my guy too,
dude. Well, I'm probably higher on him than anybody else in history. I have him at number 7 on my big board overall. Like, I think he's a freak. But
swing for the fences.
Oh yeah. I am not afraid to be original. Maybe stupid, but at least original.
All right, we got one more guy joining us right now. I'm going to add in Steven as
Steelers
well.
having a good draft.
Hell yeah, we are.
Steven, what's going on, man? Got 5 people in here now. Got a crowded
How
stream.
are you? How you doing?
Pretty good, yeah. You still tired from yesterday night? He was on my stream yesterday night, if you guys in the chat watching that.
Yeah, I almost
were
did not
live
make
for-
it because I locked
like
myself
4.5
out of the
Yeah.
apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
I blew $350 just to hire a locksmith to open the door without drilling and all that nonsense stuff. So.
Damn.
I know, but I talked with the property management company. They apologized because the after-hour maintenance number was somehow mixed up. It was not properly updated. They're trying to work on getting me compensated for that. So at least it's worth trying. So I feel much better. And not to mention, Darnell Wright being drafted by the Chicago Bears also made it a lot easier to get through as well.
A lot of people are mad about that pick.
Yeah,
Not
I
the
don't
pick,
get
but,
that. I don't get that.
They'll be fine. They'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Here's the thing: it's the people who are mad that the Bears didn't take a chance on Jalen Carter is the same people who are probably pissed that Justin Fields was not properly protected, and they're going to be complaining about it
Right.
in this upcoming season as well.
Preach. Yeah.
Titans are trading up right now. Titans traded up with the Cardinals, so they're on the
Oh,
board
wow.
right now.
Will Levis.
It's gotta be Will.
Levis.
Will
Yeah.
Levis, you are Titan.
Or Hendon.
Oh, it could be
could
Hendon too, yeah.
I mean, you never know. Brian
Ooh.
Branch might be that curveball pick. They did have some issues with Kevin Byard not wanting to take a pay
It'd be
cut.
kind of dumb, I feel like, to trade up for.
I agree, but it doesn't mean that we're saying the Titans are smart here.
Interesting.
Remember,
Well, he is somebody. The Hooker is somebody that they probably seen up and close, playing at Knoxville, not
Mhm.
far away from
Pickens
Nashville.
in.
So.
Yep.
Fun size 198. Lions trading back. They're probably trying to get Joey Porter Jr. Yeah, I just talked about this right now. I think they could be a trade back candidate, and they've traded back with NFC North teams as well. Like they traded with the Vikings. They traded up from last year's pick to go up to pick number 14 to get Jameson Williams, the guy that's out for gambling now. But yeah, they've done deals with NFC North teams, so that could be an option to look out for if the Bears do want to get on the board right here.
For sure.
But the compensation, again, that's like the big thing, right? Because I'm not sure how much it takes to get into the top, like 35 to 40 range.
Yeah.
Like it could be our third round pick, what was it, 64, I think. So
I think it's 63 because Dolphins are 63. Yeah.
Which
They might have to even give up the next year's number 4 that they got from the Eagles as a collateral too.
I was telling Sadiq this earlier. Like if we give up the 4th round pick we got from the Eagles for next year and the 4th round pick we have this year from the Eagles, 2 4th round picks to move up to, I don't know, like 40s or something. I think that could work out for the Bears and for whatever team we trade up for.
For
Because
sure.
like those are kind of just like free picks we have right now that aren't ours. So
Ooh, I have a weird feeling Detroit's going to stay in place and draft Brian Branch to learn from Chauncey.
oh yeah,
I have that weird gut feeling.
that'd be a good move.
It'd be a good move for him.
Yeah.
Brian needs a little bit more polish as well, based on the fact he didn't even get taken. So,
or maybe
Yeah,
they
they
might
have
go
the
for
same-
a corner to replace Okuda. They still have some hole there.
I wouldn't put Branch as a
Ooh,
boundary corner though.
You saw it,
Uh-oh.
Rashad?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Tennessee pick.
Let's see.
It's going to be an interesting division.
Hold on.
It's honestly a good pick by them because they got him much later.
It's official.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
Will Levis.
There we go. Love it. It's a good move for him.
What an irony! He left Kansas City today.
Yeah. I
What
mean,
What would they do with Malik Willis now? Do they just keep Malik Willis or trade Tannehill? Like one of them is obviously going to be gone now.
I have a
Do you
feeling.
guys think it's gonna?
I think Malik will definitely get traded. They
Yeah.
used a draft pick on him last year. They got to recoup whatever they can.
Right. Apparently, he really fell out of favors with the team and the officials. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
he
they have
did
a
not
new
look
regime
good at all
now,
when he
so-
was
Yeah.
even in the lineup. I don't know what the Titans were trying to do there, but
They got a new GM, so obviously, like the old GM doesn't have any attachment to the older
Right.
guys. So
that's right.
That's 3 of the 4 rookie quarterbacks all in the same division.
Mm-hmm.
that's wild. Oh
Mhm.
my god.
Has that ever happened?
No way. There's no way.
I don't
that's
think
ever
so.
happened.
I don't think so.
Mm.
And the one that wasn't in this draft had the number 1 pick 2 years ago for a quarterback.
Yeah.
That is a young division.
That is a really young division. Now, I don't think all 3 quarterbacks are going to hit, but we'll
yeah. Correct. Yeah.
The mayo and coffee really affected him. I
Mhm.
tweeted the same thing yesterday.
Yeah.
What if the mayo and coffee and the rest of the NFL teams are like, yeah, no.
There's also a tweet about him being deathly afraid of milk that Jacob Infante tweeted on Twitter.
Deathly afraid of
Fucking blew up. He got like fucking like 10,000 likes or whatever. So people actually thought that was real. Obviously, it wasn't real, but
Yeah.
But
Man,
anyway,
I
I
like-
appreciate somebody shouting me out on the comment section from
yeah.
another fellow Asian Bears fan there. Thanks
Yes,
a lot.
sir.
Appreciate it, man.
Has Foles ever traded up, Antonio? I don't think so. Yeah, he hasn't traded up yet. Last year he traded down like 4 times, I think 4 or 5 times to get like 4 or 5 extra picks. So I am thinking though this could be the year to trade up because we have a big need still at 3 technique, and there's still some guys available at 3 technique right now. Keanu Benton, like we talked about, Adetomiwa Adebare is still on the board. So this could be our first trade up ever, and we have so much extra picks too to actually do a trade up now, where it's not going to hurt us in terms of like losing draft capital.
Yeah, I mean, so you think they trade up for who? Because I'm at a point right now where if they were to trade
Philip,
up
I
to
appreciate
36 or 35, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know if it's someone
Oh, okay.
I'm willing to
Wow.
give a compensation for. Who do they? Did someone just
the
put
Lions.
Oh, the Lions pick is in. Hold up.
That was quick.
Dude.
Oh shit! Wow.
Wait,
Oh, Y'all mother.
You guys saw it?
I need a faster stream.
The Cardinals traded with the Titans, and then the Titans traded up to get Will Levis. So that's interesting.
Ooh.
Okay.
Dude, that's a really good pick for them, actually. That's much better than their picks yesterday.
Oh,
Sam
wow.
is my tight end 2.
Jameer Gibbs.
I did not think Sam would be tight end 2 selected.
Michael Mayer is tight end 3.
Oh, I forgot about Michael
falling?
Mayer.
No, he was 1, and now he's dropping so fast. Wow.
Iowa tight ends.
Dude, I had Sam LaPorta at number 2 tight end, Darnell at 3, and Mayer at 4 on my board. But they're all different styles of tight end. They all fit different roles.
Apparently,
I would have loved to see Sam LaPorta with the Bears.
I'm not too mad about LaPorta being tight end 2, though. I mean, because he had crazy amount of production at Iowa, and he's super athletic. He tested really well at the combine. He was Iowa's only good offensive player. So
I was going to say, only weapon there.
But what are the Lions doing here? Why? Like, this was not the problem. This was not the problem. Your offense was fine. You go after Jameer Gibbs after signing David Montgomery. Like, what are you doing? Like,
they traded away T.J. Hawkinson, right? They traded away T.J. Hawkinson.
Sure, but their offensive production was just as good, if not better, after they traded him. Like, it's just, the Lions are going to lion, man. Like, if anything, the winners of this draft for the Bears is not even the Bears. It's the Lions. Like, we're good. Thank you.
I don't
get
like
the
Raiders just went up.
Valuable positions.
The Raiders just traded up with the Colts, so the Raiders on the clock.
The Raiders.
Oh, wow.
Hendon Hooker,
Hendon Hooker. I heard
we're going to have a Hooker in Vegas. Oh, my God.
Get out of here.
A legal one, too. Yeah. So.
Oh man, aren't they all legal in Vegas?
Oh,
what it is.
You gotta run.
A brothel. Yeah, you got to go to like a, legal brothel there or something. Like
I'm an expert on this stuff.
Don't quote me on this. I've never been to Vegas. So.
See, for me, I used to always mock actually Jameer Gibbs and Jack Campbell to the Lions in the second round. So it's like it's good to see that at least I think they fit, but. Man, they're taking everybody I would take in the second round earlier than I ever thought they would. But it just shows that they're not – I mean, we're supposed to be addressing a wide receiver 1 and also a cornerback position primarily. That's our biggest holes right now.
They should have selected Jalen Carter, I feel like, because just like the Eagles, they have the extra pick to make a pick like that. Like, even if it busts, it's not going to affect them that much because they already have other picks. They have, already a good – they got a good free agency class too. So I really was, waiting for Jalen Carter to go there.
I was
like a lot of Lions fans were as well, but they just didn't want to make the risky pick, I guess.
Yeah,
they can't afford to make that gamble because they're in the Super Bowl period.
the
it's
Eagles,
not like Howie Roseman's going to lose his job. If it's Ryan Poles who did this, and if he doesn't pan out, whether it's because of the lack of production or off the field problems that he's apparently still have some questions to it.
Yeah.
Then Ryan Poles is probably more than likely to get fired.
See, I don't know though, because look, the Bears gave Ryan Pace 7 years and 2 options at quarterback after one of the biggest busts in NFL history. They would be more than willing to give Ryan Poles another shot if he missed on a player who everyone knew was a risk, and they gave faith in their coaching staff to try to work him out, and he didn't, right? And at some point, you saw the signs and you saw the indications of risk, but that's on the player. If his character issues turn out to be a problem for the remainder of his career and it was unfixable by the coaching staff, that's on the player, man. It's almost nothing you could have done. So I think there would have been insurance still for Ryan Poles if they selected Carter. I'm not saying that would have been the right pick in my mind, but I don't think that if Carter doesn't pan out in 3 years because you did that, you're fired. There's absolutely no way. And he's already built this. Like, Ryan Poles is 4 years deep. Like, I would be shocked if he doesn't get at least 4 more years with this team, unless it is catastrophic failure, similar to the White Sox are doing right now.
Don't bring up the White Sox, please.
Sorry, I
freaking hate the White Sox right now. But I do think that 2018 probably bought Ryan Pace a few extra years, because if 2018 never happened, then he probably gets fired in 2019, right? Like, if we don't go to the playoffs, so.
Yep.
All right, Raiders making the pick.
All right, let's see this.
Yeah, you guys didn't see it yet.
Oh, okay.
There's your run.
Ooh.
Oh, now.
There's
Hold
your run.
on.
Traded up for.
Hey, I mean, that makes total sense. I'll admit that's a perfectly
Yeah.
fine pick. I didn't expect it, but that's fine.
So they have him.
Now,
and
Mayer,
They have him
and-
with what's his name?
Austin Hooper.
Austin Hooper.
Yeah.
They brought in another dude too. I
Darren
forgot.
Waller no longer with the Raiders.
Yeah.
He went to the Giants. I think he was traded just for
Yeah.
anybody to remember.
Michael Mayer. I'm gonna give that an A-. I think that's like a really good position to give Jimmy G another weapon in.
Oh,
I like that. Jimmy G loves his tight ends, so it's good to see that he has a reliable one there.
Josh
The best seven
McDaniels,
seed in
the Patriots
all
loved
time.
their two tight ends, if you remember, with Gronk and Hernandez back in the day too. So
Yep.
Jason Witten tight end comparison.
yeah, I can see that.
I like it.
Which is why everyone thought he was going to be a Cowboy. He just looks like a Cowboys player too. I thought he was. When I saw that screen of Jerry Jones, I was like, they're getting so ready to draft Michael Mayer. He's going to look great in a Cowboy hat. He's just got the vibe. And then they went. Who did I? Mozzie Smith. Are you kidding me? Like Mozzie's fine, but that was a major reach in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the word was that Kansas City was trying to move up for Mozzie Smith, and I feel like there's a lot of spite with Jerry Jones since he's an old man, and old men always like to piss off other old men. So I think he did it out of pure spite, which sounds like a Dallas Cowboys thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, believe me.
This draft is already getting more entertaining.
Got an interesting question right now. Christopher said, could Tippmann fall to 53? Would the Bears take him if so?
Yeah.
I'll let Alex, you want to answer that first?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Tippmann can go as the first center off the board, or he can go as one of the last. It's very interchangeable. You have some very good top guys, especially on the interior. Steve Avila has played reps at center, so you could consider him in that list. John Michael Schmitz is there. Luke Whippler, underrated. I mean, hell, if you guys can't get Tippmann, go Whippler. That guy's a beast. And then you also have Tippmann. And then you have guys like Olusegun Oluwatimi, who also could be making a little bit of a jump up there. There's so many interiors that it's one of those things where it's like, oh, wow, Sam LaPorta went above Michael Mayer, just team preference. So it could be that way, could be another way.
Yeah, for the Bears, I think tight ends going off early is really good for us right now.
Yeah.
I'll play devil's advocate for the Lions. I think they're looking to get a number one receiver and just couldn't find one. And similar to, I believe, what the Bills did, they were just wanting one of the top four. They just wanted to get a receiving weapon. And I'm pretty sure Sam LaPorta can play in the slot. So I think they just wanted something reliable to give Jared Goff something to target. And it does technically upgrade a position. So I get it, but I still think it's a little bit early to reach on tight end when you could have just gotten better redundancy with Brian Branch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Darnell Washington, if he falls to our lap and Poles doesn't draft him, I'll be mad. Yeah,
Really?
I'm not sure if I'll be mad, depending on who the pick is, but it would be like a really fun pick to make, right? Because he's a very good blocker. 12 personnel is going to hit different. He's going to be a good run blocker. I also read online on Twitter that he had in the nation, he led amongst like yards per catch and like a bunch of different stats like per catch, but he didn't have that many catches last year, so that's a big thing.
45.
He only had 45, something like that catches. So he wasn't a big part of the passing offense last year. But Georgia had Brock Bowers there, who's going to be like a top 10, top 15 pick next year. So
Right.
I think Washington's getting heavily underrated right now because he didn't show what he fully had in college the last few years. So
apparently he's slipping because of medicals. That's what I've been reading.
Washington, you're saying?
Yeah, Darnell.
Huh.
Not because of his talent. But I mean, it's tough. It's tough to take a guy projecting him after 45 career receptions, but he's a behemoth. It's going to be, if you hit, you're going to have somebody who's going to be very hard to cover for, 5, 10, 15 years depending on his health. So we'll see.
He's an offensive lineman that ran like a 4.64?
Yeah, he ran like 4.64, which is crazy at his
freaking nuts.
Yeah.
He had like a 9.89 RAS or something like that.
You don't find guys like that. You don't. But Rams pick. What are you guys thinking here?
I already see it, so I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, pick is in.
I have a weird feeling it could be a Brian Branch pick. They lost out on some DBs and they love slow safeties. I'm gonna be honest. It's what they do. I mean, you got Taylor Rapp who ran a 4.7. I think Terrell Burgess ran in the 4.6s. Like, it's just what they vibe with, man. They just enjoy it. And they lost Nick Scott to the Browns. Hopefully he sucks as a Steelers fan, but good for him if he doesn't. All right, what's this damn pick?
Yeah, I will say so far nobody has taken anyone besides Joey Porter. I don't think anybody that Bears fans really want is off the board yet.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, the Rams are drafting.
Okay.
Woo! Oh, they went offensive line. That's the smartest thing they could do, man. That offensive line's crap. Good for them. Speaking of Steelers.
Is it Avila?
Picking up.
Yeah, they went Avila.
Indy's on the clock. Seahawks pick is already in.
Dude, Seahawks are running. Wait. Oh, Indy. I can guarantee you, Indy's taking Osiris Torrance if he's not taken at 37. I can bet money on it right now. They're gonna pair him up with Anthony Richardson.
Ooh,
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, they also need a right guard. They got freaking Will Fries, I think, as a starter. Don't even get me started about that one.
Teach made a good point, though. Like, this is playing out perfectly for Bears fans right now. Perfectly, right? You're talking about a lot of premier edge rusher talent still available. Derek Hall, Keon White, B.J. Ojulari. One of those three guys is going to be available for you at 53, I'd imagine. If more, guys at premium or at non-premium positions like Sam LaPorta, tight end, keep going to these teams, and even a couple wide receivers. I imagine at some point we'll get some sort of a slight run on wide receivers. Josh Downs up in there maybe, but I don't think the Bears are. Hyatt, Tillman. I don't think the Bears are in a market for any of those guys, even if whoever you think the best guy is falls to them at 53. I think there's absolutely no way. So I'm keeping my eyes locked on edge rusher. If none of these edge rushers get taken, you're going to get a Foskey, a Derek White, and Ojulari at 53, and that's going to be a value pick there. So that's what I'm keeping my eye on.
My favorite will be Tuli. I'm going to butcher the last name for the guy from USC. Yeah, that's my favorite guy.
Tuli's fun. I thought he was 290, so I was like, wow, this guy moves really well. But at 266, he moves like a 266. He's a good player, though. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys predict for this pick? I can already tell that Sadiq's already going on the Twitter troll. He's already getting it, but
all right, Goodell just came out.
He did. Oh yeah, I can.
You're behind for like 30 seconds or something. So.
Oh, here we go.
Oh wow. Okay, one guy off the Bears board then.
Oh.
Damn it. There's one
earlier.
Could have been a pick with the Bears. Yeah, I saw him available in like round 3 in most of my.
Added to me was there. The Colts trade down with the Falcons. The Falcons just jumped up. So.
Oh, get out!
Who are they going for?
I can't believe they picked Bijan Robinson 8th.
Yeah.
If I told you that Bijan Robinson, if I could tell you right now, I'm from the future, 10 years from now, and Bijan Robinson's a Hall of Famer, would you still not take him at 8? If you knew he was a Hall of Famer?
Oh, I mean, I don't blame the Falcons for doing it.
Who's the last Hall of Fame running back that won a Super Bowl?
It's a good question, actually. Marshall Faulk? I don't know. That can't be the last one. I know. I get your point. There's not a correlation.
C+. But that Derek Hall pick, not a fan.
You don't like Derek Hall that much?
I just think that there wasn't. I don't think he offers the ceiling that really is deserving of that selection. If you traded back and gone, that's okay. But you got guys like B.J. Ojulari who've been improving year after year, are better athletes than Derek Hall, have a similar hand and arm size. So I don't really get that. And then you have interior offensive linemen that are very good here. So they got a position of need, but I feel like, just because the dude has 35-inch arms doesn't mean you need to select him.
There's a lot of projection, though, in the NFL draft. Like, Trayvon Walker went number 1 overall last year when it probably should have been Aiden Hutchinson or some of the other productive guys. So Blake said Falcons can take the guy from Northwestern. You won't be able to pronounce his name.
Oh, that is Ryan Pace. He's a D-line lover.
Does it again.
He's a D-line lover.
So here's something that's interesting. So the Falcons traded up here. They traded number 44 and 110 to get to 38. So you're looking at, if the Bears were to trade up based off that compensation, they probably only have to give up like 133 or 136 based off of that. They only gave up 1 4th rounder to get up, however many spots that was. I don't know how many spots. It's 6 spots. So interesting compensation comparison if you're looking at the Bears to trade up for someone that they like in the later end of the second or middle of the second.
Falcons could be trying to go. Damn, they could be going BJ.
That's all I'm gonna say is King Pace.
Couldn't it be Hendon Hooker too for the Falcons? I mean, I know they have.
That was a spicy one I'd bring up.
I
mean, it's a cheap option. It's a second round. It's like an early second. If you really believe he could be a starter, it's good competition.
Deeks, how you getting these picks so early, bro? I feel like you got them picks.
I'm just on
faster than Rappaport. I'm not even
the Ari Mirov effect.
My stream is like so far behind anyone else's anyway, so it's like I'm either gonna be super late or early.
That's fair. Oh man.
I feel like in general, I was thinking about this. Like, is it safe to say that Ryan Poles would rather target a player with more experience who's done it longer in college rather than a guy who projects to be better than what he was? I feel like based off the picks he made last year, that's just sort of the sense I'm getting, right? So you look at Adetomawa, and he doesn't really fit that bill of a guy who's done it, who's got the experience. He projects as a player with the right coaching that could become someone who's worthy of a first-round pick. But let's see what Atlanta does.
All right.
Oh, ew.
What'd they do?
Matthew Bergeron, tackle out of Syracuse.
Get out. Come on. Of all the
DeJuan Jones is falling.
Get out of here, man. You see.
Yeah, that's a nasty one. They traded up for him. They didn't just draft him. They traded
That's
up
why I
for
said
him. That is Ryan
Pace likes his linemen in the second round. He traded up for Tevin Jenkins too, and he drafted like a bunch of linemen earlier, like James Daniels, other guys in the second round. So not that Ryan Pace is the GM of the Falcons, but
well, no, he's the head of their player personnel, so he is like.
Is he
in
really?
Charge of, he is.
Wow, okay. I didn't know he was like that high up. I thought it was just like a assistant or something. Damn.
Yeah, because like different GMs have different roles, so I think their GM is more on the finance side, and Ryan Pace is on the actual player side.
Dude,
but yeah, let's how about let the draft board fall to you, challenge level impossible.
This makes me really happy we went with Darnell Wright yesterday because then we have no tackles available on the board right now at pick number 53, whatever.
DeJuan Jones is still there.
Yes. Look, so I went to Ohio State. That man, I've been in the room multiple times, same room with that man multiple times. He's the largest human on planet Earth. I promise you, dude. There's no one larger than DeJuan Jones. I'm a little bit concerned about his ability. Like, he's huge, and everyone's, he can dunk a basketball and he's athletic. Yeah, but it's a lot of man to move. And I've watched a lot of their games over the years. I was on the sidelines for 2 straight years there, and he gets beat a lot. You get a guy with a lot of bend, a quicker edge rusher, he gets beat a lot. So I understand. It was a great strategy by Poles not to say, hey, let's sit back and get our tackle in the second round with Bergeron or DeJuan Jones, because I don't think any of those guys obviously don't project as well as Darnell Wright. But I mean, they're not going to take another tackle, but it's just an interesting thing with DeJuan Jones.
I love DeJuan.
What do you guys think about Keon White? John Carlson said he wants Keon White.
He'd be a good fit for the Bears.
I'm concerned about his age, though, a little bit.
24, right? Like he's Velus Jones' age, basically, from last year.
24, 25, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Didn't stop you last year. It's not going to stop you this
last year. But Velus turned into like one of our worst picks from last year.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Hopefully you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Panthers pick is already in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, can we have a debate here? What's the best food in the world? I think Thai food might be the most consistently solid food.
Okay.
I got some Thai tea right here. It's a straight up god tier. I don't think there's a better drink in the world.
What is it?
I'm Indian, so I like Indian food a lot.
Okay. Rishab, have you been to LA?
I have, yeah. I was there like 2 years ago, back in 2021. Yeah, I was there.
LA Indian food. Okay, if we're talking about one spot in the U.S., I think LA Indian food might be the best.
LA?
I totally disagree with that. Disagree with that.
It's weird,
dude. If you go to New Jersey has a crazy amount of Indian people living there. They have much better Indian food there. Yeah. It wasn't bad in California though. Yeah, dude. There's a lot of. I mean, there's whole communities of only Indian people there, so it's like there.
All right.
I know. I work in IT, so I know a lot of them. Present and in the past as well. But their food is amazing.
Yeah, dude.
I'm Japanese, so I do like Japanese food myself. So.
Yeah, Nick Haynes, it can't be legit Mexican food or Indian food.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thai food in there.
That's why I say Thai food's consistent. Even like mediocre Thai food can still be really solid.
I like pad Thai a lot. I used to have that in college, like basically every other day. Not even kidding. It was like twice a week meal for me.
Pad Thai is super solid, man. I love those bean sprouts they put in it too. That's so
Oh
good.
yeah.
I like the nuts they put in there, like the pine nuts or whatever. I don't know what they're called, but
What?
cashews, whatever.
Yeah,
Cashew nuts, yeah, crushed ones, yes, yeah.
so good.
Yeah, I think Chad just spoiled the next pick. So don't look at Chad if you don't want to have the pick spoiled.
All right,
Yeah,
who do you guys think the Panthers are taking? I already know, but
Wide receiver.
BJ. I'm
I
just
They-
gonna say it until it happens.
Josh Downs. I'm not going to check chat. I think they're going to go wide receiver. I mean, it just makes made too much sense. Support Bryce Young, and I'm a little bit nervous. So this is again relevant for the Bears, right? Because we are actively rooting against the Carolina Panthers on every single given moment, right? And I'm a little bit worried in that division that they're going to have more wins than we want them to. I don't think they're going to be a playoff team, but at the initial moment of the trade, people were like, well, there's a possibility you could have the number 1 overall pick next year because the Panthers are that bad. That is no longer the case.
Nope.
If Bryce Young is solid and he's healthy,
Yep.
that's a team that can win 6 or 7 games, and that's still worthy of the 9th or 10th overall pick for you. But
They're gonna make the playoffs especially if they hit on this pick, depending on this. Oh yeah, they have a top tier
division's-
offensive line. Yeah, their division's weak. They have a top tier offensive line. They had, look at how they played last year. They had Deontay Foreman eating up. He straight up looked like, prime David Montgomery down in the freaking South. I loved it. But, they have a complete offensive line for the first time in their entire franchise history. And then they have not tomato cans at wide receiver. So I think they'll be fine. Oh, what is this?
okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I see the Carolina selection now.
yeah.
2023 NFL Draft. The Carolina Panthers select Jonathan Mingo.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then Mingo.
Wow, that was early.
name has risen.
Than I expected.
Yeah.
No, he was rising.
The AJ Brown hype.
Yeah.
Yep. Same with school, Old Miss.
What do I have on my board?
Gotta wonder if a run on wide receivers is coming because you got
Oh, that'd be
you got
awesome
Arizona.
for the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great for the
Green
Bears.
Bay.
We don't need a receiver.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Mingo is 116 on my board, so it's a little bit early. He just wasn't a big producer there.
I had this morning. I had my 12 favorite prospects. Only one of them was taken, and the Bears are about 13 picks away. So, the board is falling nice.
Everybody I wanted for the Bears, besides for Derek Hall, is still on the board right now in the second round. You got Adebare, you got Keanu Benton, you got all the centers still on the board. Not a single center has been taken.
All the centers are
surprising.
still on the board.
All the centers on the board. Tippmann, JMS is on the board. People are talking about JMS being a potential first-round pick a few weeks ago, and he's slipping to the middle of the second round, which is.
I have a feeling Cardinals might take center, before the Bears do.
They need who are their wide receivers if they're especially if they're trading Hopkins. They only have Hollywood. I feel like
Yeah, but all these guys are not.
Rondale Moore.
Yeah, Rondale's there.
Rondale's not someone that's stopping you from drafting a wide receiver.
No.
But these guys are all built in the same way as Rondale Moore is, smaller, more agile, bursting.
That's true.
That's why Mingo just went. Not many guys have that X-build receiver frame with that 220, 230-pound frame. That's why I'm sure that, the Panthers, we have enough dudes who are good enough, but we want someone who could really have that ceiling, and we have that veteran presence to make sure that, it's the best possible chance of Mingo hitting.
Okay, so it's now the Saints are on the clock.
Dude. Saints need to go BJ Ojolari and go Louisiana, go hometown, or Brian Branch.
No, Saints pick is in. Cardinals are on the clock.
Oh, Green Bay has 2 picks here. It's coming up. I didn't know that.
The Jets. They got it.
Oh, that's right.
From,
That's right.
Rodgers.
Oh,
So they picked 2 times. No, 2 times before us or just once before us?
Twice.
Yeah.
Before the
Yes.
Bears?
yeah. They've got.
Oh, we don't have
42
our
and
pick.
45.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot our pick was the Ravens pick.
Who could the Packers go with here? Because they have needs all over the
Wide receiver. It's a guy. It has to be.
Who I feel like they're another position where they need a bigger body guy. Christian Watson isn't really a jump ball type of guy. He's more of a speedster.
See, the thing is,
Cedric Tillman. He's close.
Cedric
Tillman,
Tillman. Yeah. You look at the wide receivers they draft, none of them were sub 200 pounds. So I think that might be another reason why Carolina wanted to take Mingo. He's going to be going in the NFC probably too. The floor would probably be Green Bay because that's exactly the compliment you want to a speedster like Christian Watson.
What about Xavier Hutchinson?
I love him, but I just highly doubt he goes this high. Highly doubt it. He just didn't test it well enough.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Oh
sense.
God!
Could be an option.
Just found out the Saints pick.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
It's
not
our
good.
guy. I think that's our guy that just went off the board.
Yeah, that's a
It's
bad.
one of ours, but
It might be BJ.
he wasn't on my list, but I think he's on a couple of y'all's.
Yeah.
All right. Give me some BJ. No.
Oh,
Wow.
No.
Ole Miss has 4 wide receivers drafted in the 2nd round: AJ Brown, DK, Elijah Moore, and Jonathan Mingo.
Wow.
Let's go, my friend.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select
Oh wow,
Damn it.
Yeah, fuck.
Damn it.
that was the guy I wanted for the
That's a
Bears.
Saints
Like,
pick
round.
right there. That's a
Yeah.
Saints pick. Like that feels like a Saints pick. Reaching a little bit for someone who should probably be going a little bit later, but extremely high upside.
It is a Saints pick.
Yeah, it's literally a Saints pick, but at least they didn't reach as much as they normally do. So that's a plus.
Right.
That's like, I feel like the draft gets a lot more anxious in the 2nd round. Like, people are too anxious to let the board fall. This is where you see the
Yeah.
trade ups and the reaches.
Yeah, good point.
Dude, the Eagles can
100%.
trade up. The Eagles could get Brian Branch in this pick too, if they want
Oh
to.
my God.
I would.
What do we think
literally-
about Keely Ringo?
Yes. He's my guy at 53. I don't know about you guys, but I am not sure why he's fallen so far. I mean 9 penalties last year. That's
Yeah.
gonna scare the hell out of a Matt Eberflus who wants to play clean football. But at the same time, if that's one of the biggest taints on his resume, and you like his projectables, you like how his size, elite size and combination of size and athleticism. If you can look at him and say, hey, we like what he puts on paper, if we can get him into the coaching room and make sure that he, limits the penalties, and that's his only flaw, then 100%, it's a steal for them at 53. I mean, he's a little bit struggling in the route technician and route recognition space, but I mean, the guy has everything you can want. He made the game-winning pick six, game-sealing pick six against Alabama in the national championship. He does it in the biggest moments against the best players. I love Kelee Ringo, and I think he should be their pick at 53. I know it's not the most pressing position of need, you could argue, but it is a position of need. I mean,
It's a pressing position, I'd say, because opposite of Jalen Johnson, like we have Kyler Gordon, obviously, but like he's more of a slot guy. At least some people think he is. So if you want a full-time outside cornerback, like obviously you don't want Kendall Vildor starting again all of next year.
No.
That's probably like the worst. Even though he didn't play that bad last year, he actually had like a bounce back season somewhat, but he's not like a starting level
Not too.
for championship level defense.
Yeah. I'll say this about Keely. It's kind of like when you buy oh no. It's like when you buy a brand new toaster. It's like you have to really start feeling it at the beginning. Like, you sometimes burn the toast, so to speak, because you have no idea how far to set on the timer. And that's exactly what he is in the early parts of the game. You see Cedric Tillman just make him like look lost. But by the end of the game, he does rebound. He learns on the fly. It's something I do respect about him. And if you're going to want someone who could be a deep ball hawk, you're not going to find someone better. Great frame, great speed. And he knows how to use the sideline to his advantage.
100%.
Yeah. But it's that early part of the game where you might want to have some linebackers or safeties just there making sure that Keely can get comfortable.
Hey, but that's fine. I mean, the Bears, like, you don't have
You
to
have to
ask him to be put on an island too often with this team, right? He's not coming in to be CB1. You've got two super talented cornerbacks and linebackers who can help in coverage situations. I think that's got to be the pick, especially because I also just saw the pick that was just made, and I ain't happy about it. I ain't happy about it.
Oh no.
Well, wait. I saw Deke's reaction. I was like, I gotta look it up because
I will say we're gonna get a center tonight at some point.
Oh,
Might as well try to score like 55 points a game and just
Yep.
play defense. I mean,
Is this the BJ? Oh no.
is it the Northwestern guy? I'd have told me.
No, he smiled with the BJ.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Is it BJ Ojulari? I don't care if we spoil this one.
yeah, that's BJ.
Yeah,
good
the
Cardinals.
job,
The Cardinals.
I'm not honestly. I'm not too mad about that though because I saw a lot of people thinking he's a better fit in like a 3-4 defense and like a 4-3.
Yeah.
So I never had him going to the Bears in any of my mock drafts. So
I think we need a 3-tech more than we need an edge anyway. If I'm being
we
honest,
need
I think
both, obviously, but
we're
definitely
weaker
3-tech
at
more.
edge, but the 3-tech is more important. So I feel like if we're gonna get somebody more talented, I'd rather it be at a position of more importance.
All right, do the people in the chat know something? 'Cause we got about 3 straight comments
Chase
here
Young,
about
yeah.
Chase Young.
They're
I don't.
probably just
so
speculating.
they are speculating, but Washington is picking in 6 picks now or 5, and I don't know. It's too late. That was a trade that would have to have happened in the first round.
What would you guys trade for Chase Young if the Bears were to go for
Third round.
Third or fourth rounder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third round this year.
Really? I feel like, I mean, I might be okay with giving away, like, I don't know, 50 or what's our second round pick? Like 61?
61.
Okay, they're basically the same. So like, I'd be okay with giving up 61, dude. I mean, you're getting an elite level edge rusher.
Yeah.
It's true.
My God.
I know he's been not healthy, but still, he's healthy.
We are having a beautiful draft with the interdivision. I don't know what is going
You
on.
already saw the Packers pick?
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know
What was
is
ahead
going
of
on.
it, bro?
I haven't even seen the Cardinals pick yet.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
LOL. I'm just gonna say LOL. I just looked it up too. I'm just saying LO.
That is
I want to
hilarious.
see this now too.
We
The
got some
Packers
Hendon
are
Hooker probably.
awful. The Packers are.
right.
This is my Super Bowl.
Well, if everyone's looking,
Arizona. Oh, we already know Arizona. I don't know why I'm like turning on this one. I was like, hey.
Okay, so here's what I'd say. I honestly think the NFL has to find a way to stop this from happening. Like, it'd be so much more suspenseful, especially for us as content creators, to just have everyone watch it live. Like,
I think
it's hard,
the
dude.
issue is reversed. It's not the picks. It's not that the picks shouldn't be revealed early on Twitter. It's that they shouldn't be delayed on TV.
Yeah.
That could be, yeah.
Their purpose. They literally the pick. The reason why the picks
don't
are
get
early
help.
on Twitter is because they're in. They just purposely delay them on TV so they can run more
I
commercials.
swear they announced the Packers pick before they announced the Cardinals pick, like on Twitter. Like I saw them announce the Packers pick first. I was like, what the heck?
They replaced Robert Tonyan.
Oh, really? Oh, that'd be dude. They got Darnell. Did they get Darnell?
No.
Nope.
Luke?
Luke
Is it Luke
Musgrave.
Watch him
Oh.
show be like the greatest tight end in NFL history. Like that's just
surprising.
unbelievable.
That's just so weird. They have a role for Mercedes Lewis. I feel like that wouldn't
Okay, don't you
How old is
do you-
Mercedes Lewis
bro,
anyway?
They have a role for Mercedes. What's his role? 5 receptions for 30 yards on the season?
No,
Is
but
that
they
his
at
role?
least have a role for a big ass dude. Like that's not like they're gonna have to create it. They'll just actually use it more.
Oh yeah, we don't got to trade up. There's no need unless we're like
I
in
think
love
that
with
second
somebody.
round pick was from the Jets that they got for Rodgers, right? They used that one.
That's the one that they just used. Yeah.
What an irony. They never gave Rodgers any receiver help, and then
Well, they never
now
gave him
they're
receiver
trying
help
to-
in the first round, but like, and they
3
didn't do it
tight
again.
ends.
3 tight ends.
tight
is
ends.
shocking. That is shocking.
They actually have 3 tight ends. Who's their tight
No,
end?
No, I'm saying 3
Three
tight
taken
ends were
so
drafted
far.
today,
Oh, got it.
and only 1 wide receiver.
This receiver class is really bad.
The board is. I really think Ryan Poles and Ian Cunningham are looking at each other with the biggest smile on their face right now.
The DBs are falling. Let's talk
The
about that,
the
right?
DBs are
Let-
falling. I love.
Yeah.
I love Brents.
Yeah, I like Brents too. You know, not as athletic as the guys that they typically target in the site. It's not as athletic as Kyler Gordon or Jaquan Brisker, but you know, could be a true shutdown corner at outside. I think they're definitely. I think you mentioned it. They're going to get an outside corner to allow Kyler Gordon to move back to the slot. 100%. They're going to find a shutdown outside corner opposite Jalen Johnson. Julius Brents can be that guy. I like his physicality a lot. His tape looks good as far as matching up against larger receivers. It's just, I do think the common theme for me when I was doing all my evaluations and mock drafts is I think the Bears go after athletes. They want superior athletes. Darnell Wright fits the bill. Julius Brents is not a bad athlete, but he's not up there with the tops of the DBs in this class. So, but I like the name. I wouldn't be upset if they drafted Julius Brents. And he's probably like 3rd best available right now, 2nd best. Tyrique is still available. DJ Turner.
Yeah. Like I'm a big Jalen Jones stan, so I mean I'm gonna take him out of my eval, but I love Garrett Williams if he's healthy. He was a top 15 dude for me coming into the year. Like absolutely awesome in coverage. But yeah, I have Keely Ringo as my corner one that's actually healthy at the moment.
So why did he fall so far? All right. Like, so Kelee Ringo played at Georgia, the best defense for the back-to-back national champions. He's the best corner on the team. Didn't have a bad combine performance. He was supposed to be a first rounder entering last year. What happened to Ringo? Because I don't know.
I think the Eagles reserved all the Georgia players.
Wait, when did the Eagles pick?
Imagine if they actually get Ringo. Oh my God.
I'd cry.
I'd laugh.
But I think we were talking about that earlier, why he was falling. Or no, someone mentioned about his the penalties.
Yeah,
I don't.
A lot of penalties.
That might be it. But also penalties combined with him being toasted, probably not the best.
Yeah.
Probably not the most comfortable thing for a offense to be like, yeah, that's our guy.
Yeah.
So they might think it's a coping mechanism rather than just part of his game, which is what I'd be worried about a little bit. Is if he
Damn
starts
it, Jets.
Damn it.
Damn it.
I'm not looking at this one early.
I have a weird feeling Jets are going interior defensive line. Is that yes or no? No? Oh. I mean, they try to bring Fletcher Cox on. I would not be surprised if they do that this draft.
So my favorite guy is still on the
That's
board.
fine.
Who's your favorite guy?
Adetomiwa Adebawore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Read technique.
All right, tell me what you like about him because I don't think I'm on the same level as you guys as far as him.
It's
So I
just
need
the
to be-
upside, dude. I mean, if you look at his upside at 3 technique, he's explosive. He's obviously he didn't produce that much in college, but a lot of it is production, especially in like the second round, the high second round. You're gonna be banking on athletes performing better than they actually did in college football, which I know that polls like you kind of said, like he's looking for people that already produced in college. But what happened? You mad?
The Jets pick just found out.
Yeah.
Is it okay? Tell us if it's defense or offense that they just picked right
Why
now.
did my stream just
There's
switch
Cody
off
Malk.
NBA game?
The frustration makes me feel Cody Malk just because they want to tackle early.
No.
I wouldn't be that.
Oh,
mad
thank
if
God.
it's
Okay.
Cody Malk right
It's
now.
not Cody.
It's not.
They re-signed a center. I don't think. Okay. Are they going to go with tight end then?
Here's where I was wrong about what I was saying about Poles and Adebawore and players like that. Dominique Robinson's the exact opposite of what I was saying about guys who have experience at a position and is Adebawore not like exactly what Dominique Robinson is?
That's
Not
what I wanted to add on is that it's not his production is misleading because what I saw on him was that every time they put him at 3 tech, he looked dominant, but the problem was they kept playing him on the edge.
right.
So that's why a lot of people are projecting him to be a really good 3 tech. He just barely played it.
Joe Tippmann to the Jets. Joe
Yeah.
Tippmann to the Jets.
Yeah, I just saw it right now too.
Oh, really?
That's fine. Look, if the Bears miss out on a center, like
That's not the end of the world.
it's not the end of the world. You have 3 centers on the roster. 3 guys
You got
who can play
James,
center on the
also,
roster.
I mean, you got
JMS
on
is
the
still
board, too.
there.
Who,
Best
you got
center,
who?
JMS, John Michael
Oh,
Schmidt.
JMS still available, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Luke Whippler is there too from Ohio State. Your Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah,
I mean,
Whippler, yeah.
Whippler's an athlete, man. I played basketball with Luke a bunch of times. Real good athlete for his size.
Yep.
There's something to be said about a correlation between a center and the quarterback that he played with in college. But
Whippler, yeah. I love to see him in the 63rd, maybe at the top.
yeah,
I
Who's
have-
using streams? Is anybody else on a stream? On illegal
I am.
streams?
oh, I'm not illegal. I'm on YouTube TV.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube TV. As
Did they
well.
just put the Kings and Warriors game?
Yeah,
on?
they on the
Yeah, they
streams,
did.
just
Yeah,
switched
no,
to the
X out of it.
basketball game.
That's why I was looking like, how the hell y'all seen the pick?
Yeah.
Go to a local ABC television.
If you guys just literally X out of it and go back to the ESPN stream it, it's back.
Nah,
It's
mine
also
is-
Really annoying though. I
just went to
they
Buff
posted it.
streams.
Maybe we could just like yell at YouTube TV and they'll give us a free week. I don't know. When in doubt.
Yeah.
When
You guys
in
can
doubt,
buy
go
the
to-
new Red Zone on YouTube TV. Was it like $250 a year or something? They said.
Yeah,
for
it's
Red Zone?
$249 for a Sunday ticket.
It's not bad.
No,
Wow.
it just says the stream has not started yet.
Really? So wait, confirmed New York at 43 went Tippmann.
Yep.
Yeah, Tippmann.
I mean, I think that's.
Oh well, Colts just took my guy.
You got. Oh,
Did they take Osiris? What? Why is Osiris Torrance falling this much?
Yeah, he is
I was a
falling.
hater on him. I thought I was a hater on him. Mm-mm.
There were people who had him mocked at like 13th overall. I mean, he was like, but Dan and Jeremiah, they just like do this to like, let's just put this random guy at 13th overall so people will read our articles. Trust me, I get it, but I mean, 44 is
Yeah.
A little late for that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, look, if it is Ryan Poles an offensive line guy, and he makes it clear we're going to build this thing through the trenches, I wouldn't be surprised if they go after a guard or another interior offensive lineman. Even if it's not a center, I would be not surprised at all. And if it's Torrance, that's a steal of 53, and I'm happy with it because you got Nate Davis, but this is it's a multi-year build. You're looking for players who are going to be here for the duration
I
of
see
the
what the
Super Bowl
Colts did.
window.
Yeah,
I think that's a smart move by the Colts.
Let me look up what the Colts just did.
Yeah, it just popped on my screen from Ari. I think it's very smart, but I prefer a different player at that same position.
I'm not too mad about that, though. I know I got a good player, but it's not like somebody I desperately want on the Bears.
See, I had him at 69th on my board, which is pretty nice.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Maybe just not for this pick, but nice in general.
Sorry, that looked like the joke just went through there.
No, we got it.
We'll get him next time.
Got a good question here. Why is Brian Branch still on the board?
Because he's safety?
Maybe he has injury concerns that we don't know about.
Last year, we got Brisker at 48, and he was like the third or fourth safety?
Might have been second safety, actually.
I know.
Lewis
was at the end of the first.
went first, I think.
Yeah.
I think
Kyle Hamilton, too. Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
It was a deep back class last year.
Yeah.
Was Brian Branch at the draft? Was he in the green room last night?
Yes, he was one of the few that were
not selected.
I always feel horrible for those guys, man. I mean, they get the invitation.
Like
Will Levis
they
last
invited
night?
Keon White.
Oh, did they really invite him?
They set him up for failure.
I feel bad for that.
Because I remember when they announced that they invited him, everyone was like, "Oh, so he's going in the first round?" No, he wasn't going in the first round.
Man, Hendon Hooker supposed to be the number 11 pick. Apparently, his stock is sliding more than his hairline.
Patriots?
Oh god.
You never know.
Oh, the injury and his age are like a albatross, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the illegal streams are cooked. They got NBA on all of them.
Oh, that's why they did it, didn't they?
Is it actually true that Will Levis's
The
girlfriend
Lions traded
that
up.
night?
No, but
Brents.
she was making funny
Happened.
faces.
Yeah.
Julian Brents, the corner.
Who the hell did the
Imagine
Lions
that'd
trade
be-
up for?
They Lions trade up?
Yeah, they just traded up.
Wait.
Hendon!
Did they actually trade up with Green Bay?
This is Atlanta's? No, Atlanta already traded up.
I can't see the ticker anymore.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. They
It is
traded
on the
up
board right
with
now.
Green Bay. Wow.
So they traded with Green Bay. Wow.
Why?
Green Bay did that with the Vikings last year. They're
No,
not
the Vikings traded to
With the
the
Lions.
Lions and the
Yeah,
Packers.
and the
James
Packers,
Williams,
too.
yes, from 20 to 12, I think.
The hell is this?
Let me
Oh,
download
boy.
Tofu.
What are the Lions picking here?
Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker.
It would actually make a lot of sense. If I'm being honest. I mean,
I've heard they wanted him.
Really?
It was the Packers who traded with them for the
Packers
pick
wouldn't trade
48
with
and
quarterback.
159.
The
Huh.
Packers
Yes,
wouldn't trade with him for a quarterback, though. They wouldn't be that stupid.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
unless they think Hendon Hooker.
Unless they want Hendon Hooker to go to there.
Yeah, you want to take that guy?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Fair. This could be Keely Ringo, though. They do need a DB still. They could go Adi Kamiwa.
They're gonna go a kicker or something.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
they're
Lions
going
can reach
to
it.
draft another running back.
Linebacker again.
Yeah,
Tyjae
so what
Spears.
player would we draft for the Lions in the third round? And maybe that's what they're going to draft here.
Yeah,
I think that's the logic we need.
What do they need
Young
right now? They need cornerback, obviously.
Yeah, they need corner. I think they could.
Yeah, it might be Ringo.
Yeah, I feel like it should be Ringo. It should be.
Oh, the draft is back up on Stream East.
This is the news that
Dude, it
matters.
just switched on mine to freaking Golden State. Get out of here, bro.
Really?
So
That's so
fun.
annoying.
That is
No, honestly.
Oh, okay. I see.
One of you called this. One of you called the
shit.
Lions pick. That's a great pick for the Lions.
Did I
That's
say
their
Ringo?
first good pick.
Is it Ringo?
Oh, I had them taking this guy in the first round in my mock. In a
Think
trade
of
down.
another one. Think of another.
It's somebody
Is it
who
Brian?
can follow CJ Gardner.
Ooh,
Hey, let's go.
that's
I
a
liked
really
it.
good pick.
Let's go. Good for them. And of course, my stream's not working.
By the way, if the stream is like dropping or showing basketball, you could switch to ABC, local ABC channel. They're running it too. So
Okay, fair.
Someone says maybe we should get Washington.
No, I don't. I'm not a fan of that.
I'd be okay with it, honestly,
Yeah, they
dude.
got
It's like a fun pick that I know it's not like a big need, but can you just imagine Darnell Washington, Cole Kmet, the run game behind that? If you develop Darnell Washington as a passer, in the passing attack too, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's a freak.
Damn. This is fun, man.
Yeah.
The draft's fun. There's dumb stuff that happens all the time.
We're almost
what?
at the Bears pick
7,
now. We're almost
8,
at the Bears
9,
pick.
10, 11,
See,
12.
No.
We have 7 more picks ahead of us.
This is the crazy thing. If the Lions drafted, let's just say Brian Branch at 12, Jack Campbell, then like Jahmyr Gibbs, and then they drafted Sam LaPorta here, I think we'd be saying like, oh, honestly, maybe reach here, a little bit of reach there, but perfectly fine.
Patriots pick is in.
Love it. That's weird that Green Bay would let Detroit trade up for a safety.
Interesting.
That's a lot. Really weird. Huh.
Tanyan is a stopgap. Yes, he is a stopgap.
We'll love to trade up. I don't think you have to trade up at this point.
No.
Yeah, I think
We're gonna trade
staying
down.
put.
No.
Trade down. Yeah, I mean, we could be trading
Trade
down
again.
too.
Trade down.
All he
Just
knows.
stay where it is.
It's all Ryan Poles knows is trading down. If there's one thing he's really effing good at, it's trading down.
He's like Howie in that aspect. He's always trading down, getting value.
Right.
Well, to be fair, the roster still has a lot of holes. So
This is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It took Howie a long time to fill the holes, to be fair.
A lot of the people that we thought were gonna go a lot higher, like Adetamiwa, are really
Slipping.
going. They're falling like they should have. Like I think a
Yeah.
lot of people overrated them a little bit earlier off of traits, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have Adetamiwa at 44 on my board. The thing I love about him, obviously, is that get off. He plays really well as a 3-tech, has really good get off. That's why his numbers say it. But he didn't have the ability to convert that speed to power. It was just somebody where he didn't actually look like he was going that fast into the lineman. He would almost slow up. And with 34-inch arms, I was very surprised they didn't use his length very well. So I think teams noticed that he doesn't have that day one ability to use his body properly. And that's why you see someone like Kalijah has T-Rex arms. He's able to go a lot higher because Kalijah maximized what he could do with his body. So it's intriguing for sure. But I will say this. He didn't have very much production at Northwestern, but who does? We're going to be honest. Whoever has production at Northwestern, right?
Peter
So,
Skoronsky.
Win last year.
So the Patriots are, I think they're knocking this draft out of the park. They're sitting and they're getting some guys. Because Christian Gonzalez just fell right to their lap, didn't they?
Yeah.
And
He was
then
my
they turned it
CB1.
down and still got him.
Mm.
Oh,
So, I didn't-
okay. Patriots
a
pick
fan
is
of-
in.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're just singing
Oh
and
wow,
letting players
Anthony
fall to
spoiled there. Antonio spoiled there.
See, the
I'm
thing
not
is,
real about that, honestly. He's 24 years old, like we kind of talked about. I mean, I know
young.
he has good traits. He had decent production, but he wasn't like a big name on my board for the Bears.
Yeah, me neither. He wasn't on my list. I just know a lot of people wanted him,
Yeah.
and I also think that's a lot to do with the Bears just want a edge, and as long as that's what the position is, they'll be happy.
Yeah. I'd be so pissed if Adebare goes one pick ahead of us. That's
That'd be
probably gonna
hilarious.
happen knowing
Right,
the Bears.
Seattle. That would be like a. So it's either Keanu Benton or Adebaware at 51 for the Seahawks, and whoever's available, if out of the two, and the Bears will have to pick one of them.
I feel like Simpson could be on their board too.
Whoa, Commanders, what are y'all doing?
They stuck in the second round
How
last year.
How are you already seeing their pick? That's like 2 picks.
Dov
away.
Kleeman, bro.
Stream.
Dov.
Kleiman. Oh my god.
I
The
hate
same
that
school?
guy.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah,
Wait, no.
Kleiman?
I don't think that's ever happened.
No, not the same school. Right? Are you talking about
Kleiman,
position?
Same
player that-
position, same school.
No, Forbes went to Mississippi State. And then
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
you're talking about
right,
Banks.
you're
I think
you're
you're thinking Banks.
I got the team mixed up. The same
Yeah.
position. They
Yeah.
They should have.
Rishab, he's your school guy, I
But
think.
they reached.
Ooh,
They reached. Would you guys
they
agree
reached.
that the Commanders reached in the first round?
Yes.
Brown?
Good for the Bears.
I'll say
Wait,
this though,
Sidney
that's a
Brown, they
glaring
took?
need that they never got
No,
to
not
address
Sidney.
last year. They never got to address that deep safety position.
Wait, who took Sidney Brown? Where are you seeing this?
No.
I
it's not
thought
Sidney.
Steven said somebody took a guy from my school, Illinois.
Uh-huh.
Illy, nobody's.
There's
from,
another one.
Nobody from Illy.
There's another.
I think that's the guy from
Where's gonna take a
Illinois.
fucking running back, dude? Sorry, am I allowed to curse on this stream? My bad.
Oh, they did
Go
take an
ahead.
Illinois guy, but not. Oh my God!
Wait,
Wow.
where are you
okay.
seeing this? I ain't seen no Illinois guy.
It just popped up.
Ari
Fine.
just tweeted
Yeah,
it. Right?
Ari.
Ari Marov.
Did
Bucks
Dom tweet
are on the
false
clock.
information?
Oh,
My
sorry.
sports update.
Got trade.
Damn.
Oh, he went to the picture that Dom used.
Wait,
was from
yeah,
Maryland.
yeah. Dom put the wrong picture.
What do you do?
Hey, never trust that
Bro,
man. I
this
be
dude
doing.
is- Get him off of my feed.
Dude, hold on. I'm looking at Dom now.
Yeah,
What did
Dom
Dom
put a who is this
Yo,
guy?
Blake.
Deontay Banks, maybe? He probably got
Blake
her
brought
home
up a
run.
Let me
Good
see.
point.
I gotta see this. Yeah, he put up freaking Deontay. What is that? Even
Bro,
like
that's
that?
what confused me because he has a picture of Deontay Banks and he has just and then a completely different person in the caption.
Oh, it's
That's not
Corey
even
and
what they
Bennett.
did.
Corey and
We're not
Bennett.
gonna be we're not gonna be on Twitter when the Bears pick is about to happen, which is in like 5 picks. So we'll all go off of Twitter during that time.
I'm off of it right now. I'm ready.
Bucks just traded up.
Yeah, Packers traded
traded.
48.
The Packers
for
traded
51.
again?
Yeah, they're double trading back.
They're trying to copy Ryan Poles.
They're trying to get my. They're trying to
Never
get my
trust.
Darn.
Oh, they're gonna keep trading back right
Never
in
trust
front of us
people.
and then just draft who we wanted.
Never trust Dove. So far, Dove's been 100.
I think it is Dove. I
might
think it
be
is
Dove.
pronounced Dove.
Well,
Those-
apparently he's not even a real person and no one can find
Yeah.
any record
He's
of
an
him.
He is
aggregator.
actually a real. I saw an article written about him. He lives in Israel apparently. There was some random article written about him, and he had like 2 pictures on the article too. So they found pictures of him. They interviewed him too.
Huh.
And
But what time is it there? What's he
it
doing?
Must be like
He's working
1 a.m.,
overtime.
2 a.m. right now. He
Damn.
probably just doesn't sleep. He
Bro,
probably
this is a night owl.
All right, so let's talk about best available for the Bears, right? So we got Tyrique Stevenson still available. He's
Yeah.
falling. He's the guy who thought it could be a first
good.
rounder. Calais
Yeah.
Ringo, DJ Turner, right? Keon White is gone. Adebaware is there. Luke Whippler, John Michael Schmitz. I'm not even gonna. So part of me is scared, or not even scared, but wondering whether Ryan Poles would go BPA here, best player available. He did it last year in the second round, right? They didn't really need to go back-to-back defensive backs. They did it. Would they do it here? Josh Downs is available. Jalen Hyatt's available. I don't think they should take either of those guys. But if they have a high grade on a player not in a position of need, I would not be surprised at all if they take it and kind of surprise us here.
What about Zach Charbonnet? What do you guys think about that? Because I know that's been a name that a lot of Bears fans have mocked. And
That's my former teammate right there from high school.
Oh, really?
I remember you
Cool.
talking about that. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah, no, we used to play together. I don't trust him in the cold. I love Zach, but he sucked at Michigan. He literally was a guy who would get 33 carries and get like 70 yards, but like 3 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
He's not built for it. He loves LA. He loves Dallas. It's his favorite team. I think he's going to Dallas in this round.
When I watch this tape, I mean, you could tell me if I'm wrong because you play with him. He just doesn't. The explosiveness just isn't there for me, and I think that's
Yeah.
what the Bears are looking for at running back right now. They're looking for a guy who's elusive, who's explosive. I don't see Khalil Herbert or Deonta Foreman as either the most explosive players that you could find. I actually wanted the Bears to draft Jahmyr Gibbs in the second round, and then the Lions just decided to
I
take him.
wanted
12.
Jahmyr too. I really did.
He's Tony Pollard. He's literally Tony Pollard was my player comp for Jahmyr Gibbs. He would have been perfect in this offense. If the Bears go for a running back, they're going for a receiving back.
No,
I mean,
poor
Oh,
Bucks. I hate you.
oh no.
What did they do? You're looking at Dove?
No, Albert Breer already posted the Bucks picks too.
Why is Tom Pelissero and Ari Mirov not saying anything? Come on, man.
Fucking traded up.
Well,
Do the Bears have a special announcer for the pick? Is Devin Hester or is it the Cole?
Yeah.
Devin Hester, I
Lyrical
believe,
Lemonade
yes.
guy?
Devin Hester.
When is Lyrical Lemonade announcing?
So about Zach Charbonnet, he
Probably
has one of
day
the
3.
lowest change of direction scores for me and
Yeah.
the lowest burst score.
Yep.
So I totally agree. He's a straight line
Oh.
guy.
I saw the
He's a
Buccaneers
beast,
pick.
though. He's a beast.
Who's on your TV right now? Because I just saw the Patriots pick.
Me
Same.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the draft is about 2 pushing
2
2
picks
picks
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, Greg Gabriel says TV's two selections behind or something.
Yeah.
So are we staying off Twitter though? So we should probably go
so
off Twitter like now.
Stay off Twitter after like pick number 48. Like after that, that pick already was made, right? Because it's
Yeah.
Oh shit! So I would
I'm
say
off.
like
The 48 was already made. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not. I did the same thing. I hosted a Spaces yesterday, and I didn't even give any reaction once I seen what happened with the Bears. So
Okay.
All right.
we'll try to. If you guys want to stay off of Twitter right now and just like
Sure.
react for, it's
Yeah.
not going to take that long. It's probably going to be like 20 minutes max until the Bears.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll stay off
That's
of Twitter.
such a smart move for.
We'll also not check the chat because I'm sure a lot of people in the chat are going to spoil it.
Yeah.
The guys that are checking Twitter right now. So
Everybody
we're not
knows
going to check chat either.
See,
yeah.
I just, man.
So,
How many people I want for the Bears are still on the board right now? Like,
what do you want? Let's hear
a
it.
lot. Of
Keanu
them.
Benton, Adebare,
Yep.
Yeah.
Thule,
that's my guy.
he's on the board still. Darnell Washington, I'm still a fan of him. Like, I would not be mad at all if that's a pick, or any tight end that's available still. Running
Are you a
back.
Cole Kmet hater? I feel the
I'm
way
not
you
a
want
hater.
Darnell Washington makes me think you don't like Cole Kmet, which is fine. You just
I'm
don't
not a
trust
hater,
him.
dude. I mean, it would be nice to have a second tight end at that spot, right? Because
Yeah.
I feel like Darnell Washington would be like way undervalued at in the second round at pick number 53. Like, he should have probably gone a little bit higher.
Dude, can you imagine pulling blocks with Darnell Wright and Darnell Washington? That'd just be ridiculous.
That would be insane.
That's literally what 600 pounds of man running at you at like 4.6 to 4.8 speed. Ridiculous.
And with Darnell Mooney, because he's a great pass blocker for someone his size.
Yeah,
Darnell.
but-
I think
Darnell
Miami could take.
We have the three Darnells: Darnell Washington, Darnell Wright, Darnell Mooney.
We need the triple
That'd be really
Darnell.
fun to have.
I think Miami could take Washington because they have to find a way to replace Gesicki.
yeah.
They could take Charbonnet too, because I think they need a running back.
Who'd Gesicki
They're
sign
not
with
going to take
again?
it.
Gesicki signed a 1-year deal with New England.
Yep.
That's what I thought. Yeah, sound about right for him.
All right.
Okay.
I
So
gotta
I don't
update
know
my
who the
board.
Bucks picked here.
Yeah, we got a lot of.
Quan Martin was 70 on my board. I think it was fine.
Oh no! Oh shit! Sorry.
Steven, don't check Twitter.
No, I already did. I'm sorry.
Don't check Twitter after this.
Steven, come on, you got to turn off the
Yeah,
notes,
they're-
my guy.
Keep my mouth shut. Don't worry, boys.
Last time.
I'm gonna have to kick you if you do.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
Ah,
So we're
I'm
3 picks.
Yeah, I know.
3
Yeah,
picks
but-
away
1, 2, 3.
by
3
real
picks.
time,
3 picks
5
ahead
by
of us.
TV time.
Okay, so we all know the Tampa Bay pick?
I don't.
Okay.
I
I'm
do.
waiting
Yeah.
for it.
I
It's
think
on the
It's
screen
coming
right
I
now.
think it's coming now.
it
Oh, it's
makes me
already on.
feel a little bit better about their selection in round 1. A little bit, but not much. Like
Who
I
they-
loved Kalijah
round one?
Kancey.
Oh,
I think
Kalijah. Right.
I do too. Just not to a team that, you know, is really gonna.
All right, I'll keep my emotions in check, guys. I know they got a guy. I was too geeked there, so sorry.
I love Cody Mock's hair.
Mm.
And
He's just
teeth
born
too.
to play
Yeah.
offensive line.
You guys saw the Bucks pick?
Yep.
Did
I'm
Bears
waiting on it right now.
Yeah, that was
skip
my-
15 seconds ahead. You can do that on YouTube. Sometimes it starts lagging. You can double tap it and it'll jump ahead.
I'm surprised.
Oh, there
I'm
we go.
surprised he went before a lot of the centers went.
And he's a tackle that has guard versatility. That's just a little bit more valuable than center. Center, I think their average pay of the top 10 dudes is like 11 or 12 million versus like tackles and guards are much higher. So
As I'm watching Cody Mocko here, the players available for the Bears at 53 who participated in the Senior Bowl, who are they? Because they already selected the Senior Bowl player at number 9. We know
JMS.
Luke Getsy was there, front and
JMS.
center.
Yeah.
JMS was there.
Olu.
Olu was there. Olu's not going to get taken
Olu.
at 53.
Adebaware was there.
added to me
that's
was-
Was he there?
Adebaware, yeah, he
Yeah.
was there.
That's the reason why Bears Nation knows them, because Getsy coached, so we know all the senior.
Well, they
Bowl
did that
players.
special workout with him too. That's what I thought was interesting about him. Like Ryan Poles was front and center on Northwestern doing that special workout with Skronsky and Adebaware.
Redheaded Thor.
Mount got a big ass forehead.
Yeah, that doesn't he look like the fat version of Thor?
A little bit. He's definitely from that part. His like origins definitely lean back to the Baltic
I'll
states.
just give us pick the one that took me off.
Who else was in the senior? A lot of the running backs.
Oh, the
Well, we're
Pittsburgh
not gonna-
Steelers are on the board. Yeah, don't spoil shit.
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta,
I have no
I gotta be
idea.
the first one to react to this one.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Okay, dream picks for me probably going to be in the linebacker territory. I don't know if I'm going to be happy about that. Ade Tomiwa would be fun. Seeing Keanu Benton would be fine. Yeah, besides that, I'd be like, we'll see. Darnell Washington would be insane, though. Pair him up with Pat Freiermuth.
Moose.
Jesus,
Yeah.
we already know the Packers pick as well at 50. For God's sakes.
Steven!
I'm not saying. I just said.
Bro, don't even check
already
Twitter.
talking
Yeah,
We're
stop checking Twitter. Turn off your phone.
Yeah.
If your family is in
Sorry,
danger, they can email you. It'll be fine.
Sorry.
The police
Right
will
now
show up
for
at your
like
door if
10
something
picks.
important.
There's like a 10 pick span in which all the Bears picks are happening, so it's gonna go by fast.
Yeah, it's gonna go crazy.
when it
It's
actually starts,
it's really yeah. We're
How
gonna.
many
I think we're gonna get somebody who we valued pretty high.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Some good
awesome. I
players.
mean, we didn't have to trade up and sacrifice a third round pick. I thought we were gonna do that to go up to like 37,
Yeah.
39.
No spoilers.
Just this pure speculation. I really think we might be able to land a D lineman and a center that we wanted,
Yeah.
and realistically, and a corner.
And a
You
corner.
can do all three. All
Yeah.
three.
The Eagles are just going to be like this when they hear about that because they also need a D lineman, a corner, and an interior
They get
offensive
Ringo
lineman.
and get they have like the Georgia Infinity Stones.
Yeah, that's true. I would love to see that. That'd be so fun.
Ringo Benton, John Michael Schmitz, Super Bowl 2024.
Yeah.
But I think is it just me too, or does like Ryan Poles just do like, is he just like a contrarian when it comes to the draft? Like he's always picking players that no one expected him to pick, right? You know, it was supposed to be George Pickens last year. It was supposed to be, I mean, Darnell Wright was, you know, mocked to the Bears, but 10 was maybe a little bit early. It seems like he goes the opposite way of what we typically expect.
I will say this year, I feel like I'm a lot more in tune. At least based off the round one,
Come on, Steelers.
I wasn't surprised that he picked Darnell Wright, just because I kind of got a feel of the traits that he likes. So I think we're getting a little bit more insight of the guys. A lot of the things that have been discussed on Twitter have been the traits that we know they like. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get somebody that we all talked about. But then again, you know, he could pick somebody completely out of left field.
Yeah.
And who would that be? If you had to pick a player who's out of left field who no one expected, just so we have some of the names here for people listening just to keep an eye on, what are some names that would really shock you further down the board?
Yeah, I'm going to let you guys answer that because I didn't know who Velus Jones was until we drafted him.
Hey, that's fair. I mean, unrecognizable names for Bears fans. I feel like not a lot of people have talked about DJ Turner. DJ Turner is real talented, a little bit smaller.
I mean, he'd be a good pick, though. Like, I wouldn't be mad about that pick.
Fastest 40-yard dash of the combine, 4.26.
I'd be a little bit worried, though, if you want to kick, what's his name, to slot. I think that would be a little bit of a conflict right there. I'm forgetting.
Tyler Gordon?
Yeah, Gordon.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, I just saw the Steelers pick.
I'm so behind.
Damn, they took one of
Who is
I'd
it?
be shocked if they
Keanu Benton, let's go!
That's a good pick for the Steelers.
That's a good pick.
Let's go.
All right,
I'm
one
sorry, I
less
can spoil
player
it.
for the Bears.
This is a dream draft for the Steelers. Hell yeah.
Wait, the Steelers drafted after? Oh, okay. That happened a while ago.
Yeah.
Let's
And
go.
the Packers pick is already into.
I'm sorry, I forgot the rules.
I am
I just
hyped
wasn't
up right
saying
now.
anything.
Let's go. See, the thing is, I have Keanu Benton. He's at 57 on my board. It's not like they're getting insane value, but defensive interior is so thin in this class. And I don't know how long Cam Hayward has left.
You got Green Bay, Miami, and who's 52?
Seattle.
Seattle. Okay. Shit.
Oh, man.
Does Seattle need interior defense?
Didn't they just
Like, is there a chance they would actually select Adibare? Or do they already? I know they signed like some people in the offseason.
they signed the one everybody. all the Bears
Draymond
wanted.
Jones. Draymond Jones.
Draymond
Draymond
Jones.
Yeah, there you go. So
Man.
he's probably their interior defense.
I'm so hyped. I'm hoping the Bears have as good of a draft as the Steelers, though. Like, so far, they're on a really good track, and we're having a lot of really good players fall.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I am impartial to
I
both.
feel like we'll be happy with the Bears pick no matter what it is.
Ooh,
because
Packers
they have
picked
so many freaking needs right now.
You got Let me know when you guys see the Packers pick.
Saying it right now.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay
What?
Who is it? I'm behind.
Way.
Okay. Yeah.
That's super early.
They
That's
got
really
wow.
early.
A
Oh
little
my
early
God.
for
I don't like
Reed,
that.
I guess.
Oh, no wonder they traded back twice.
Wow.
They
They're
definitely
like,
got him
I actually
early,
like
but
Jayden Reed too.
you got to
like
look
Jayden
at it
Reed.
in a vacuum. They got a good wide receiver.
That's
Yeah.
that goes against what they usually draft. He's so
Yeah.
thin. How's that so weird?
So they have their 3-headed wide receiver room now,
Yeah,
I like they didn't call it a monster. I
and
think
their
he's-
tight end.
I'm
Yeah,
really
they're
surprised
building,
that Josh
man. They're
Downs is
building
still on
around
board.
Jordan Love.
I'm giving that a C plus. I think there's a lot of dudes in round 3 that could have been of a similar build.
Who
I'm
would you
surprised
have?
A.T. Perry hasn't gone.
He went before Josh Downs.
Yeah, Josh Downs
that's why you have
available.
that.
If the Bears take Jalen Hyde, I'll leave the stream and cry. I will cry.
Mhm.
It's just not a need. I'm
And then
afraid they're
younger
going to
Jake
take.
Bayless
They're not
Jones.
going to.
Oh, if we take Hyatt a year after Bayless, I would.
They're not taking.
That'll be
They already took another
Guys,
Tennessee player.
top-
They like their Tennessee.
in the top 100 2 years in a row.
That'd
All
be
right.
cool.
If you had to make the pick right now, all right, we're two picks away. Well, hopefully this player that you named doesn't get picked in the next 2 picks here. If you had to make the pick right now for the Bears, 2 picks away, who are you taking at this given moment? 7:30, 2 picks away.
Adebare.
All day.
Adebare.
All day.
Okay.
And with that pick, that leaves. I feel like that's still going to leave a good center with our next pick
Yeah.
after that.
JMS or Whippler is going to be on the board most likely at that pick.
Steven's looking at his phone. You're making me nervous, my friend.
Steven, don't look at your
You're
phone.
poaching Twitter. I see some blue in the reflection.
I don't have my phone anywhere near, buddy.
Thank God.
I think they're going to draft Tyrique Stevenson. I'm
What's
going
the
with an
Dolphins
outside pick. I was talking about Ryan Poles being contrarian. Yeah, it's a position of need. I know
Dolphins.
we have
We
Ringo
have
rated
53.
higher, but 53.
Oh, Dolphins just took a cornerback.
Oh,
Sorry to spoil it, by the way. 10 things to spoil.
Interesting.
who was it?
Cam Smith.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Cam Smith is still on the board. I didn't think
Solid
about that.
value, but
So here's the thing, too. So here's what you guys are talking about, right? So the Bears have 53, 61, 64. If there's a player of luxury that they wanted to take, they could probably also take him at 53 and still be comfortable getting a guy that they want at 61 and 64. This is the unbelievable flexibility that they have here, having 3 picks in a span of 9 or 11, if I can actually do math, right? you have flexibility to take someone you just really want at 53, maybe reach on them and still get guys who fall to you at 61 and 64, which is why I think I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Bears go after best player available at 53 and settle for players of need at 61 and 64 and let the draft fall their way for those 2 picks. That's just my thought process right here. I think we're going to be surprised by the pick at 53. I think it's going to be someone we didn't expect. And then hopefully they're hoping they get lucky. And the way it's looking right now, the way the draft is falling, they're going to get someone they still like at 61 and then 2 picks later at 64.
Yeah.
I still really feel like this has to be defensive line. I mean, we haven't addressed defensive line nearly enough so far in the offseason. Like, not
True.
Dude,
You're
Cyrus
right.
Barnes is on the board, by the way.
He is on
How
the
about that
board.
one?
There's a lot of talent on the board.
There's a lot of talent.
All right,
We're sure
Seahawks
about
pick.
that for pick.
Seahawks pick coming in.
Yeah, the Bears are on the clock.
Woo!
Here we go.
Finally. Thank God the
Right.
Bears
Baby.
stayed
Here
patient.
we go.
Let's see what the Seahawks pick is first.
I ain't leaving for the Bears to hell no.
Yeah.
What's this?
Seahawks pick now.
Oh, they got damn.
Who is it?
Did I say?
Yeah.
Zach Charbonnet, running back.
Oh,
UCLA.
All right.
Oh,
What?
oh my God. Bears have
You
so
gotta be
many players
kidding
on
me.
board
Is that the
right
worst
now.
pick in the draft? Like, I'm
It might
respectfully.
be. They already
Kenneth
had
Walker's sitting there for you. What are you
Dude,
doing?
what?
They also.
Not my buddy. Why would they do that to him?
I
Get
don't
out
know.
Yeah,
of
that's bogus for Charbonnet. He's going to be a backup. for
Dude, guy
his career.
loves like the heat and the sunshine. This bro's about to get absolutely annihilated with the rain. Happy for him though. He's getting
All right, on the clock.
Bears
Let's go.
on the clock, guys. Let us know in the comments who you guys want the Bears to pick. We're not going to check the chat though right now, but let us know who you guys.
I need
want.
one of you guys to have your TV on loud volume because I'm so behind on my stream.
All
I
right,
need to
I'll
hear
put
it
my
through one of
TV
you
on loud
guys.
volume because
Yeah.
I'm watching live
Okay,
TV, not
awesome.
regular TV. So
Zachariah Anthony Charbonnet. I love him. Dude, I mean, I'm giving that pick a solid C. I love Zach, but that is just so not the pick for Seattle.
I think people also need to understand here, right? Like we always get hyped up about the first round, but in the second round here, you're finding players extremely talented, with the ability to make a serious impact on your team. Look at Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker last year, 2 impact players, 2 guys. Jaquan Brisker, a guy we thought was in the running for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Whoever the Bears take at 53 will be a very effective and important player to this team. Do not underestimate the value of this pick. I'm just getting the fans riled up here because this pick matters. I mean, you could argue that day 2 mattered more than day 1 for the Bears. You could make that argument. Pick is in. That was fast.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It doesn't seem there was probably still took like 6
They
minutes.
know who they wanted.
Damn, I can't believe Zach
Who's
went.
it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Oh, damn, it's raining hard as hell out here in Dallas.
Any final predictions? Any bold final predictions?
Just Ade Tommy. Well, that's I could see Keely Ringo.
I bet Chad is looking at us like so stupid right now because they already know who the pick is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just be quiet.
I think it's time.
I'd be super happy. Adibari, I'd be happy. Tyrique Stevenson, I'd be happy as well. Honestly,
Oh yeah, dude.
there's
Tyrique
like
is a
20
beast.
different people I'd be happy with right now.
This draft is falling very well.
Yeah. Thank God Poles didn't trade up.
Mm.
There's no need to.
Yeah, there was no need to.
Jeez.
Man, I do have a feeling you're convincing me into out of Tomlin. You're convincing me into him, but I don't know. I think they're gonna take the best player available.
Yeah.
Hendon Hooker. The Bears take Hendon Hooker.
Oh my! I was like, whoa! I was like, what the hell?
I would end the stream right now.
Oh yeah, I'd probably switch being a Bears fan. I just you know what?
I'd be a full-time Steelers fan. We're having a good draft. It's a good time to be a Steelers fan. Dude, you know what's the most irritating thing? When you skip forward in a live stream and it sends you back a couple seconds. You're just like,
Wait, Tyrique didn't get taken, right? Am I tripping?
No, yeah,
Okay.
he's my number 35 player in the draft. He's
Yeah.
he's like top 6 of the guys available for me.
The Bears take Tucker Kraft, tight end from South Dakota State.
I mean, that's not
Oh.
out of the realm of
Oh
possibility.
yes, it is. Don't stop it.
No, it's not out of the realm. Tucker. I mean, it's tight
I need
end.
them
He's
to
gonna
announce
go.
this.
Yeah. Is Devin Hester up there yet?
Oh my god, dude, the rain.
I like how that one guy just completely spoiled the Packers pick. He's like, "We getting some help for Jordan Love."
I know. We're
Like,
just like,
all right, well now we know it's a wide receiver. Well, yeah.
It's like, oh, nice. They're actually going after a good wide receiver, and it's like, oh, they're going after a solid one. Thanks
Zach
for
Pickens. Zach Pickens.
And I'm still shocked that Seattle took Charbonnet with
Awful pick.
what is that? Damian Walker,
Kenneth.
Kenneth Walker. Excuse me.
And Kenneth Walker could have been the rookie of the year if he didn't get hurt. Like,
Would have.
Yeah. I mean, he was. I don't know if he
Him
was
and
on your
Brees Hall.
fantasy team,
Yeah.
but.
Both those dudes are. Oh shit!
Damn.
Look at that?
Damn.
That was right above me. Oh goddamn!
Why do they have to go to commercial on the Bears pick, man?
They always do that. They did that with the Darnold Wright pick too, I believe.
Yeah.
They should know that like half of these people watching is our Bears fans. Like
Especially
we
right now,
Didn't we
yeah.
do the most mock drafts by like
Mm-hmm.
Double.
By a significant margin.
By
Yeah.
We had
double.
like
the
11%
Like
or
double?
something.
We doubled the second.
What's up?
What a fan base. We doubled the second best team in mock drafts.
Oh,
Yeah.
What a
I
what
thought you
a-
said
what a
we
fan
traded
base.
back or something.
Oh no.
My Lord.
Then again, we did have the number 1 overall pick, so it makes sense. But still,
That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's fair.
Dude, I'm stoked for this.
Come on.
man, hurry up.
Is he taking the stage yet? Where are we? Devin Hester? Come on, with Devin Hester announcing the pick, it can't be a bad pick.
This
Hall
has
of
to be
Famer.
Hall of Famer. It has to be.
Automatic Hall of Famer.
Automatic.
That's a conversation for a different day about why he's not a Hall of Famer yet. That is
Yo,
Wow,
guys. So I think I'm
Conversation
actually the
for
most.
every
Like,
day.
my stream is probably the most up to date, so I'll probably just put my
Yeah,
volume
yeah, yeah.
up.
Pull
yeah,
yours
yeah.
up.
crank it up.
Yeah.
Did they go to another commercial?
no way.
Crank it up.
How many commenters are saying show the TV? Yeah, I get that on TikTok all the time. Like we do a reaction to the final minute of a game. Everyone's like, show the TV.
Crank that up,
I'm not getting
Rashad.
banned. I'm not getting banned out here. For
Can you guys hear now? Is that good
Yep.
enough? All right. Devin has.
Yes, sir.
Is he on there? Hi, Mom.
The 53rd pick of the 2023 draft. Chicago Bears select Gervon Dexter Sr.
Oh, okay.
Who?
Oh no!
Dexter.
Gervon Dexter.
Senior. That's
Florida.
So I will say,
we'll take that.
I knew
We
the
will
pick
take
a little
that.
bit, and I was
No, Rishab, come on, man. Oh,
I was just doing a little bit of homework on him.
dude got zero work ethic, but I have faith. He's okay. It's just damn this early.
I mean, I saw him going in like third rounds in most mock
At
drafts.
least we didn't trade
Yeah.
up for him.
Yeah.
That should tell. Man, I mean, just about Ade Kamiwa. That's what's surprising me, man.
I don't
Because
like
he'll-
that pick at all.
Too. I mean,
Yeah,
he'll be on the board.
I think that a lot of NFL teams are just not getting fooled by media hype this year.
Yeah.
he's still a good player though.
Well, Tuli's still available there. I have a feeling San Diego's going to pick him or something, and then we're all like, wow.
Damn.
All right, well, Gervon Dexter, I look a reach, right? But here, was I right about Ryan Poles going after a player no one expected, right? He goes after this guy.
Well, we
Mary, you
expected
said,
defensive tackle at some point.
yeah, position to need though.
Yeah.
Position to need. They got their position to need. You said you thought he had a bad work ethic. Is that what
Yeah.
you said?
You should
Well-
watch how he plays. Zero work ethic.
I just feel I can't imagine the Bears would really target and draft a player that has bad work. I mean, that is their whole
Yeah.
thing is
Watch
finding a
him
guy
play.
who I mean, I'll have to watch back.
Yeah,
I
watch him
admittedly
this
haven't
last
watched
year.
a ton of Gervon Dexter tape, but
Yeah,
I
watch
just
this past year.
Is he a 3-tech or a 1-tech? I guess he's
Probably a
playing
1-tech,
3-tech,
right?
but he
Probably
looks
right
like a
there,
1-tech.
yeah, more like.
he's got the frame. He's 6'6", 310. He's huge. His athleticism
Two
scores 10th among
interceptions?
defensive tackles.
He's not a one tech. They used him only as a 3-tech there. I mean, to be
Okay.
fair, they had a dude who's 421 pounds as a 1-tech. So no shit, they're not going to use him as one.
His RAS was
Very good.
9.7.
Yeah, no, he's a high RAS guy. He was like one of the I think he's like number 3 guy coming out of high school in the whole country. He's a great talent. It's just last year he took a major step back. And the only, like I say he has bad work ethic, but a lot of those players in Florida seem to not put 100% in. I don't know if that's just an organization thing there or if it's the players. So I'm hoping it's the organization. They'll actually perform better in the NFL. What's the charter going to do? Crank it up.
Wow.
Rashad.
I can if you guys want. Oh, they got Tuli Polito, USC.
Yeah, they're like 3 spots ahead now. The Chiefs traded up.
I'm honestly not mad with what the Bears did right now. I mean, defensive line was such a big need, so we still have some guys on the board too. I think the second pick the Bears have now, it could be a center, like it could be MS or Whippler.
I think Adetomiwa, I don't think he's a day one impact. I think that's probably why teams are staying away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Ade make it to 63, I'd be okay with that too.
They were not going to double down, though, are they? I mean, I'd be
They
shocked.
doubled
if
down
they-
on DB like
Yes,
last
they
year.
did, but
They could
that's more
double
of a
down
position.
easily, dude. We had the worst defensive line in the NFL last year,
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
it wouldn't surprise me if we doubled down.
But are you going to get 2 3-techs in the second round? I don't know.
You could. Here's the thing about Gervon Dexter. Here's the thing that people are going to bank on with Gervon Dexter. It's the size, right? So I'm just doing a quick read up more on him because I admittedly didn't do a whole ton of research on him. I'd be completely honest. He's 6'6", 310. He's huge. Arm length 32 and 1/4. Like if he plays to his size and polishes his technique as a rusher, yeah, he could be effective 100%.
Yeah.
So this is a player where, you talk about Dominique Robinson, you talk about, exactly the opposite of what I said, a guy with a limited college resume, but the projection to become a player better than what he was in college. He fits that bill. Gervon Dexter is a player who's ginormous, and I think they have a lot of trust and faith in Matt Eberflus and Alan Williams and that coaching staff to turn a player like him and his size into an effective pass rusher up the middle. So I understand the strategy in that sense. But at the same time, every single time a Bears pick is made, I find myself justifying it and find myself trying to make it seem really good in my mind. But it was not the pick for me. It just wasn't. I'm not going to be upset with the pick because you can never be upset with a draft pick because you don't know how they're going to turn out. But I think they could have gotten a better potential player at that spot and waited for a guy like him at 61 or 64. That's just
Casey
the way.
trade up?
Yeah, Casey just
Casey
moved
traded
up.
up.
Oh, this is DeJuan Jones. This is This is a perfect DeJuan.
Well,
Jones.
they signed
Jawan. Yeah, he's playing left tackle.
Juwan Taylor.
It is not Jawan Jones.
Yeah, it's not Jawan.
Jones.
Well,
Whoa! I'm sorry. Are we not spoiling things?
We're trying not to spoil for the next like 7-8 picks because the Bears.
Well, we could spoil the other teams, but
I will
not
not
the
say
Bears.
anything then. Nobody look at Twitter. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not looking at Twitter.
Damn. So I
I'm
guess
gonna
it's not
let you do
DeJuan
this.
Jones because that was a reaction that does not line up with DeJuan Jones.
Whoa,
Can Adebaware play edge?
Yeah,
He
but
played edge at Northwestern mostly.
I think they might take Adebaware for interior. Technically, I think that would be. That smile, is it Hendon Hooker? I
I don't know.
Chris Collinsworth talked about Hendon Hooker at pick
I'm just gonna shut up.
31.
I'm just gonna shut up.
That'll be. I can't imagine them selecting Hendon Hooker right now.
Who, the
theoretically-
Chiefs?
Yeah, theoretically, if that were to happen, we'd see a new era of load management with high-priced quarterbacks. That is scary.
No way.
way.
Load management's never
If
coming
that
to the
happens,
NFL.
okay, I'm saying if that happens,
No.
a second-round selection when you have the best quarterback in the league,
So
absolutely.
you're saying they would sit Patrick Mahomes for load management for a game? You can't
if
afford
they
it
take a
in the
QB in
NFL.
round 2, what's
Absolutely.
the other strategy?
You can't afford it in the NFL. You can't afford to take one game off for load management. Each game is too valuable. It's impossible. That's why that's why the NFL is far and away better than the NBA.
I'm saying it's not what they should do, but if they draft a QB round 2, that's the only logical reason why they would. I mean,
There's
who
no
drafts
way
a
it's gonna
backup
happen.
QB when it's not like a Carson Wentz situation?
Did they
They're
trade
not
up?
They're not going to draft a QB.
No, they're not going to. I'm just
0%
saying, like
chance.
in a 1 in a billion chance, that would be the only logical reason is if that was what they were
Got to
trying
start
to go
grooming
after.
him for when that 10-year contract is over for Mahomes.
By that time,
Never
he'd be
know.
old. I mean, he'd be retiring with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, literally. Isn't Hendon Hooker like 24? How old is Hendon Hooker?
He's 25.
25. That's right.
Yep.
Oh, I
Yeah.
could not imagine drafting my franchise quarterback at 25. At the end of his rookie deal, he's going to be near 30. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Dude. The fact that these streams are not synced is so irritating.
Yeah, that's one thing I hate about streaming services. They're like 30 seconds, about a minute.
Yeah.
the score already. So.
Oh.
sometimes-
Oh. Oh, I see. That's why Sadiq is cheesing. I actually
Gotta
got
check.
peeked from Twitter.
I gotta check the pick now.
It's not the pick.
We'll break our.
It's not the pick that I don't think Sadiq was cheesing on. I think there was something else.
Trade?
Oh shit!
What happened?
Oh my god!
What happened? What happened?
That's.
Ooh!
Chicago Bears.
We'll just say what it was because our reaction kind of spoiled it.
Hey,
But
my buddy just went to the Chiefs. Let's go.
all right, guys. So
What
sorry
do you
to spoil this for you guys, but
The
Bears
did the right
traded
thing.
up. They selected cornerback Tyrique Stevenson.
Let's go!
That
What I
is
say?
a pick. That's a really
What
good
I
pick.
say?
Offensive
Let's go.
line, defensive line.
Let's go,
corner.
Poles. Let's go, Poles.
And we
All right,
still
Tyrique
have pick
Stevenson.
number.
What did we
64.
trade?
What did we
We
trade?
traded
That's
pick
what we
number
traded to go up
61.
there? Wait, what?
We traded pick number 61 and pick number 135 to move up
Oh,
5
that's not
spots.
that bad.
So we
That's
still have
136?
the first pick. and
Oh,
third
okay,
round.
okay. So we gave up a third-round pick, the first one, then.
A third round? No, we gave up a. I thought we.
Oh, 61.
yeah.
Excuse me. 61. My bad.
Wait, so they picked Tyrique. That's confirmed?
Yeah.
Tyrique, yes. Did he came from Georgia and I think he transferred to the Miami U.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I love this pick. Wow.
That's
so
a
this
really
is
good
player who's
pick.
supposed
Let's
to be a
go.
First rounder.
Let's
We
go.
got our corner.
Tyrique
Dude, yeah,
Stevenson.
that's incredible.
Our
Incredible value.
secondary is going to be insane now. We got Brisker,
Yeah.
we got Jackson, we got Stevenson, Gordon,
Yep.
Jalen.
Hey,
That's really good.
my
Hey,
man's
good for
called
y'all.
it with the picks that nobody was guessing.
Bro, I told you. I mean, look, and wow, it's a trade up for this guy. I can't blame him, right? He's exactly what they need on the outside. 6'0", 198, tall, lean, lanky. This is exactly what they want. Good impress, man. I'm in love with this pick. I still think Ringo could have been a good value pick, but I don't blame them trying to rise up for a guy who significantly fell. I mean, Stevenson was mocked as a late first rounder in a majority of mocks. You get him now at what, 56?
That's
It's
great.
56. We traded with Jacksonville at 56. Is that what it was? So
I got a text.
wow. I mean,
So
And this is, hey-
tell us about him if you know the type of player he is.
Yeah, so he 6'0", 198. He's a little bit smaller, but he's quick. He's athletic, right? Another one of those guys that fits the bill of what they're looking for on the defensive side. He's going to match up well with anyone in press man. Really good change of direction, fluid hips. That's what I liked about him, right? When I watched his tape, super fluid and quick, catches up with quicker receivers, but also not afraid to match up with bigger receivers at the line of scrimmage. So kind of exactly what you need, opposite of Jalen Johnson. I didn't have a player comp on him. I was going to get to a player comp on him, but I didn't have one exactly for him. We'll see what NFL had as a player comp for him. But NFL.com had. But they had James Bradbury as a player comp. So that is a great comp for him.
I had Tyrique comped to Tyson Campbell.
Okay.
I thought that was a 1-to-1 comparison for me, but I love Tyson Campbell coming out.
Look at both of these players, right? I said, what are the Bears are going for on offense and defense? Explosiveness. This is an explosive athlete in Tyrique Stevenson, and you're looking at this defense now. Look at the players that they acquired in free agency. Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, explosive players. The players they drafted in the second round last year, explosive players in Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon. Tyrique Stevenson fits perfectly with this secondary. They're going to be fast to the football. They're going to be fast. They're going to get takeaways. They're going to go after the ball. This is exactly what Matt Eberflus had in mind when he built this, when he wanted to build this team, when he was, signed as the coach a year ago. He's building this roster the way he wants it, and he's going to turn this defense into what I hope is going to be a defense that gets top 10 takeaways.
Oh, yeah. Hester throwing up.
Wait, is he announcing it again?
Yeah, again, yeah.
Also, he's doing both.
Yeah. He's probably doing
2
all
Hall of
the
Famers.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we did it early, so I kind of spoiled it on my Twitter on accident too. So I forgot they didn't even announce it yet.
The thing about Tyrique Stevenson is that he came into the year at 6'2", 212. So he was actually a heavy corner, and he was actually really good versus the run game as well. Very physical, just a little bit. He's one of those guys who likes to jump the route a little bit too much, very Trevon Diggs-esque. But when he guesses the route correctly, it's hard to get any separation on this guy. He's a really fun guy. He was number 25 for me starting out the year.
Did he have many turnovers in college? Like, did he have many interceptions in college? Do you guys know off the top of your head?
Great question.
I can look that up right now.
I'm checking it right now.
Yeah. Do you guys want the Giants pick or no?
Are we wait? So it's 50. I mean, it's relevant. What do you think we should?
Yeah, he only had
2 interceptions
last year.
Yeah.
One before that. So I guess not that many, but.
Noah Clemmy in the chat says Bears Twitter is not liking that pick. I wonder why.
Bears Twitter isn't gonna like any pick that wasn't somebody that they already previously knew who they were.
Yeah.
Right.
On his career.
Oh, I love this guy.
On his career, he's had 3 interceptions, 6 touchdowns total, and 17 pass breakups. That's fine.
Wait, on his career, and how many years? He's a junior, right? He came out as a junior.
No,
or he's a senior. Senior Bowl guy. Was he in the Senior Bowl?
Yeah, he transferred to Miami.
Yeah.
That's right.
JMS just went to the Giants, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you see that on TV or?
Hey.
Yeah, on TV, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said that was going to be what I had him trade back to take him at 31 in the first, but I mean, that's a great selection for him. Good job for him.
Yeah, JMS is.
Was that 57? Let's pick 57, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keeping a little sheet that I always do every single year with all my grades, so I can always look back on them.
Who says the Bears weren't going to draft need?
Yeah, they've done it, man. They've done
They
it.
drafted need every pick.
Drafted all their needs so far.
Well, you could argue
Value.
center guard was bigger need than CD. I don't know. Probably not. But
I mean, they already have Cody
No.
Whitehair in there, so it's not
yeah,
like
you got bodies. Yeah.
You also got to remember he did draft Kramer and he got
Dude,
hurt. So we don't even know
Cyrus
what
Torrance
happened.
is still on the board.
Who?
Yeah,
Cyrus Torrance is still on the board.
Yeah, so is Ringo. Ringo's really about to go to Philly.
This
He
is
actually
hilarious.
is.
Can't
You
believe
have to be kidding me. They're
I
gonna.
wonder what John Michael Schmitz is thinking. Bears move up thinking, oh, they're picking me. No.
Dude, the Eagles, I'm gonna call it right now. They're picking DeJuan Jones and Keely Ringo. Brought in DeJuan for a top 30 visit, and they're gonna groom him to be the replacement for Lane Johnson in 2 years. Hot take. I love that for him though. DeJuan should not be here. His tape is absolutely atrocious.
I forgot the one Jones is.
Yeah, he's available.
Wow.
Oh,
They
Cowboys
must be
pick is in.
scared
Hold on,
of
what the hell? Hold on.
they must be scared of his size.
Hold up.
Jesus Christ, this guy's
So
young.
Stevenson is another Senior Bowl guy that Luke Getsy coached. So there's the answer for you.
All right, my friend, speed up.
Is that Drew Pearson?
All right. This is why I don't like living in Dallas.
I lived there for 2.5 years.
Oh my God!
Hurry up.
Wow.
Drew Pearson's
Hurry
gonna
up.
keep talking.
Hendon Hooker.
On the pick. Damn.
One.
Kind of feels like a reach somewhat.
Luke Schoonmaker.
Oh.
Really? Wow.
Oh,
Over
that's bad.
Darnell Washington. Wow.
What's happened to Darnell Washington? He's still on the
Injuries.
board somehow.
Injury concerns.
Injury concern? Damn.
Damn, that is straight
I
cheap.
thought his
Listen,
testing
Luke
was
is
just-
probably gonna do fine.
He also
but
can't block, from what I hear, right?
do it.
Schoonmaker?
No, Washington.
Oh yeah, no, he can't block at all. That's why he's nicknamed a tackle.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of people are traumatized with Kyle Pitts on that.
No,
pick are they on right
he's a pretty much an offensive lineman. He's a really good blocker. He's a monster. Luke Schoonmaker.
Oh, you're saying he can tackle?
Yeah, no, I was being
Sorry, he
sarcastic.
can't- he
Sorry, I was
can't
being
block.
a jerk. I'm gonna give Dallas a grade of a D on that one. I like the Mozzie Smith pick personally, but not when they're going to UM for everything.
All right, guys, try not to go on Twitter anymore because the Bears pick is coming up again, I think. Like 60,
Yeah.
63, right?
Luke
So,
Schoonmaker is number
posting to
117 on
IG.
my board.
Is there a pause? Yeah, we're a couple picks away still.
yeah.
They're on pick
Interesting
60.
because
We got
Ade
pick
Barre is
64.
still on the board right now, but like you kind of mentioned, we already got Gervon Dexter, so it probably wouldn't make a lot of sense to go for Ade Barre here.
Just do it.
Luke
Screw it,
Whippler
man.
is still on the board.
Just do it.
Get the best defensive line you possibly can.
Why not? You know, at this point, throw it all at the wall and see what sticks. Go
Yeah, that's
Cyrus
a lot
Torrance
of-
at this point.
Osiris Torrance.
What
Like,
about KJ Henry?
at this spot,
Too
Mister? He has alligator arms too. He's like 32-inch arms for an edge rusher. I'd be a little bit worried.
For who?
KJ Henry.
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta
Oh.
we gotta trade for Chase Young at this point because we're not gonna get an edge rusher until like
No.
round 4 at the earliest.
Isaiah.
I mean,
McGuire.
I know they allocate a little bit of money there, but
I like
It's-
Chase, but I don't. I fear that if we trade for him, it could be disastrous.
Joe
Bills
Tippmann is
pick is
not on the
in.
board.
I wouldn't
That's the
trade.
reason why you're not gonna have to trade too much for him. Like you're only gonna have to trade like a 3rd round pick. Like maybe next year, like next year's 3rd round pick or whatever. Like, I'd
Dude,
be okay with
Chase
that.
Young, when healthy,
He's
a
a
top
monster.
5 edge rusher in the league, man. I mean,
He's never had
You
10
think
sacks
top
yet,
5?
but
Healthy?
he won Rookie of the Year, did he not?
And then he's been downhill ever since.
Well, yeah, because he's been hurt. Again, that's why when healthy, there's a huge asterisk next to it.
That's true.
Are you going to trade assets for a guy who's not going to play? I mean, I don't know, but he's been dealing with sort of freak
he
injuries.
talked
If you
about
think he's
Justin
kind of
Fields
clear of
earlier
it.
today. Like he talked about Justin Fields being like a good quarterback or something. I saw on Twitter. So he's a big Justin Fields fan too, obviously.
Well, yeah, they played together in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
obviously. So
My brain is just going back to Larry Ogunjobi.
Larry O.
I just don't see Ryan Poles trading a 3rd rounder for someone with injury history.
what about Philly's 4th from next year?
I don't think that's going to cut it.
I absolutely
Both
do
the boards?
believe. I thought that pick was going to be used. I thought the Bears were going to trade up in the 1st round, and I thought that pick was going to be what they would use to trade back up. I think there's a reason for that pick, and I think you're right. I think they're going to trade up at some point or trade for someone, and I think that pick's going to be involved. I mean, that's just really random, right? Like, really random, and I can only believe that it's ammo for them to trade up. I mean, he's already done it once now, right? So that was the first trade up in Ryan Poles' history in the draft of, small history of 2 years, but he could do it again. I mean, they don't pick until 103. So if there's a guy they like between 64 and 103, you can
Yeah.
What
use
happened
that
to
to
the
get up
beginning
in
of the
there.
3rd round pick again?
What happened to what?
What happened to their 1st pick in the 3rd round? I'm tripping.
Who?
64 is their first pick in the 3rd round.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that you said that they don't have another pick until like the 100s. I was like, oh shit. what
Well,
happened?
64
No,
and
there's-
one
there's-
between
yeah,
64 and
yeah.
103.
There's a
Gotcha.
big gap.
Okay. I was like, wait a second, what?
And
then
it's
I
nice
guess they'll
because
be-
like 64 is technically a 2nd round pick, quote unquote, because of the
Technically.
forfeited Miami pick. right?
Yeah.
So,
Thanks,
you know,
Miami.
yeah, I mean, thanks, I guess. I mean,
But-
it helps everyone. I mean, everyone technically, it helps everyone. But it's nice.
They still don't have an edge rusher. Who's
they don't.
available right now?
I don't think
Respect
there's
to Marcus
anybody
Walker.
in the
Yaya
draft
Diaby
that's
is available.
day one.
Yaya
impact.
Diaby.
Isaiah McGuire too. I gotta think.
That's my boy right there. Rishab knows that one. I love me
Hey.
some Isaiah McGuire.
Zach Harrison. I don't know if you guys watched a bunch
Oh,
of Zach
yeah,
Harrison
he's
tape.
on
That's a
board
guy I
too.
know
Yeah,
from
that's a good
Ohio
point.
State. Super
good, yeah.
large and athletic. Really, really powerful. Good kid. I knew him at Ohio State. Really good, down to earth kid. Seems like the
He has
kind
the
of character
longest
guy.
arms in the class too, like
Mhm.
35 inch or whatever. So
Really long. Nose for the football. Gets after the football in the backfield. Zach Harris. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I know that's probably. I don't even know if you could say that would be a reach at 64. I mean, at this point, right? Like so many teams are just going after who they want right now. And this always seems to happen. But like, I think one of you guys said it earlier, like the media really just like steered everyone clear in this draft. And these teams are saying we didn't buy into that at all. And
Yeah, what are the Bills taking? Okay, thanks, buddy. Okay, buddy. Announce the pick, my friend.
What's this guy doing?
ooh, your guy's off the board, Alex.
Isaiah?
Nah, you'll see. It's about to be announced on your stream.
Okay. Okay, hold up.
With the 59th pick in the
Oh, like, whoa.
2023 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Osiris Torrance.
Yeah, dude, that's
a good
incredible
pick for them.
value. That's
Give us Ryan Bates now.
incredible value. Damn. Good
Steven,
for
are you
them.
checking Twitter?
No, I was just looking at my YouTube
Oh yeah,
account.
I was just gonna say because Bears are about to pick 4 more picks from now. 3 more picks.
Osiris Torrance, that's an A+ pick. Good,
Yeah, they're on 61. So
good job.
Cool out.
Buffalo.
Buffalo needs a running back. Oh my god.
I'm pissed off right now, though, that Indianapolis did not take Osiris to pair up with Anthony Richardson. That like hurts me on the.
Is it just me or is like does that never happen? Like we always
Yeah.
pre-draft say they're always gonna pair up the quarterback with the offensive lineman and receiver, right? Like I thought the Texans would pair up Stroud with Jackson Smith and Jigba. It never happens. It never happens. I mean, other than like
I know.
Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, but that was
But those
two
are different
separate
drafts.
Yeah. It never happens in the same draft.
Yeah.
Like it's funny. I can't think of another time that's happened.
Well, that's a bad example. Mason Rudolph and what was his name? Washington from Oklahoma State when the Steelers did that.
James Washington.
James Washington.
Who just got taken to 60?
DJ Turner, Michigan.
I don't think they.
There
announced
goes
it.
Turner. Okay.
Oh, they did announce it.
Yep, right now.
That's fine. That doesn't hurt the Bears.
Yeah, my stream is way behind you.
Oh, he went
dude,
to
I
the
just-
Bengals?
YouTube TV pisses me off.
Yeah, he went to the Bengals.
It's a good
Oh,
pick.
so they're going back to the Michigan well for the slot guys. Intriguing. I am
DJ
surprised.
Turner, fastest guy in the combine, I believe, at 4.29 or something like that.
4.26 or 4.27, yeah.
Philly is on the clock. Not on the clock. They picked 62, and
Dude,
Keely
what
Ringo
about
is still there.
DeWan? DeWan's not that cheeks. Damn. I mean,
No, he's not. But again, this is what I said about DeWan, right? People are a little bit concerned. The size is attractive, but you know, you just have questions on whether he can keep up.
I think the problem with him is his weaknesses are kind of weaknesses you think you might not be able to fix.
yeah.
Correct. 100% correct. You're absolutely right. You can't really teach athleticism, and to a certain extent you can minimally, but you know, I can see teams saying, look, this is a guy that we believe has the size, but can't teach some of the other things that are going to help him keep up with the faster and stronger edge rushers in the league. Not stronger, because he can, keep up with anyone by strength.
You think Blake Freeman goes before him? That'd be interesting.
Maybe. Let's see who's available.
I'm so glad we took a tackle in the first round, man. We would have been cooked.
Great point.
Dude, Jacksonville's pick is this Jacksonville's normal pick?
I think so.
Or they traded back with the Chiefs.
They
then,
traded
didn't
back a couple times.
Who they traded back with?
So the Eagles are really about to have Keely Ringo in their lap.
Yup. These Freaking Howie, bro. What is up with Howie?
I feel like it's not going to be Keely Ringo. That
It's
seems
not.
too
It's,
obvious.
you can't.
What's
That's a
it-
bit. That's a bit. At that
It's
point.
it's one they can afford to make though. That's
Yeah.
the crazy
I know.
thing. Like who do the Eagles realistically need to make them better with this next pick?
Dude, they might go Ade and just put him at 3-tech with Milton Williams. Dude, did my professor just give an extension on a project due tonight? It's gonna be hella clutch.
Oh, there you go. Are you
Bro,
graduating?
dude, this is more suspenseful than the Bears picks at this point. Oh my god.
So
One
yeah,
more pick ahead of us.
if I'm being honest,
Or
Bears
two.
fans, I wouldn't be surprised after 64. I'd keep your eye on the draft. I mean, again, there's a gap there. I wouldn't be surprised if they use some of the later ammo they have to get back into the third round.
Yeah.
Do we? Someone trade up?
Let's go.
I think the fact that we already
winning.
traded up, we just gave away.
Wait, what did we give away? 136?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you don't
I don't
want
think
to
That,
give-
wait, was that a 4th round pick or a 5th round pick?
I think it's was it the first
Oh,
pick
was
of the
it
fifth? I think it was the first pick of the fifth.
Okay.
This is kind of a fourth.
Oh, the first pick of the.
You're tight roping it.
Okay.
Or was it compensatory fourth?
If I'm not mistaken.
No, we got a compensatory 7th.
Okay.
We got a 4th from the Eagles too, from the Robert Quinn trade.
Oh. Hey,
Fucking robbery.
talk about the biggest fleece in NFL history. That guy played like 3 snaps after he
played.
was traded.
Oh, the Eagles sold.
He didn't get a single pressure with them.
Ugh. I mean, what were they thinking? So in 2024, I'm looking at what we have. 2 fourths, 2 firsts, 1 2, 1 3, 1 5. Yeah. I don't know.
Is that a dog barking in the back?
Yeah, I know. I've been hearing some dogs going off for the
Howling.
past hot minute. Dude, Steven got the dogs in the back and he's on Twitter. 2 strikes, Steven.
He got that dog in him, bro.
He
Got
has
that
that dog
dog.
in him.
Oh my God,
Man. I
Bears.
just checked Twitter.
Bears Twitter is crying about passing on JMS. Like they're
Yeah,
full
come
meltdown
on.
right now.
What are we doing? Why are we like this? Can we
They
we
are
like
full
agree to not be
meltdown
like
right
this?
now.
Whippler is still on the board too. Like if you want a center, you can still
But also,
get
like,
Whippler.
And Ricky
JMS isn't gonna
Stromberg,
be a-
the local kid too.
Stromberg. Where's he
That'd probably
from?
make more sense, honestly, because we already have Cody Whitehair at center right now. So invest like a 5th round pick or something in him, or 4th round pick.
Another,
I also think Lucas Patrick could be the best center on the roster, honestly. But that's just me. Ricky Stromberg.
Dude, somebody signed into my Discord account.
We saw Ryan Poles go after more linemen late in the draft. Maybe he does that again and go
Don't-
after.
don't rule out a trade down.
Yeah,
From 63.
64.
We traded up, so I wouldn't be surprised if we traded back down.
Yeah, yeah. That's
maybe
a fair
get
point.
that 5th round pick
Wow.
back or something. Yeah.
Yeah, if you could. Yeah, might as well. He did it,
Yeah.
what, 4 times last year? 3?
All right, Jaguars pick is in.
Who are the Jaguars picking?
2 trades ahead of us. Sorry.
Who are the Jags picking?
Wow.
Ah, goddamn Cubs lost tonight. Ah,
Wait, another trade? Or, sorry,
Yeah.
another tight end?
motherfucker.
Wait, really? Dude, Dougie loves his tight ends.
Yeah, Houston traded up to 62.
State.
Houston.
Yeah, I had a weird feeling Brent was going in the second. I mean, it's fine. He's super underutilized. If Doug Peterson likes him, I'm gonna trust Dougie on that one. He likes those Penn State tight ends. What can I say? Wait,
Oh.
right? No, Gesicki was the Penn State. Where was I'm tripping. Where was Goddard from? Was Goddard Penn State? No, he wasn't.
I have no idea.
Somebody help me. Where's Dallas Goddard from? was he at?
Probably Dallas Goddard, the tight end from the Eagles.
South Dakota State.
Yeah,
Yeah, North
South
Dakota State. Excuse me.
yeah.
Ah, shit.
I'm giving that one a B minus for Jacksonville.
Okay.
But Eagles have traded to Houston.
Oh shit! Oh wow!
Wait, it says it on the ticker.
Ringo.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it says it on the
no,
right.
no. It's, I unfortunately saw the pick already. It's not Ringo.
All right, don't check Twitter anymore, guys. Our
Yeah,
pick
no
is off.
Moss, no Moss Twitter. I
No
was
more-
just,
no more spoiling picks.
I was
All
I
right.
got my DND on. No one can reach me. I'm AFK.
Did the Chiefs pick earlier?
yes,
Yeah.
they picked Rashee Rice, my
Okay,
buddy from SMU. Pony
Oh,
Up.
that's who it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we kind of like skipped over that one here.
Yeah,
Because that was right before the Bears trade up. That was a name that was really popular among Bears fans like a couple months
Juice
ago. I remember.
Scruggs. Oh my god.
What's up
Juice
with?
Scruggs. That's
Weird-
high.
Yeah, I
What
saw
are
him going
weird
in like
players
round
going
5
at the
or
end
round
of the
6.
Wow.
Yeah,
He went before Wilford.
he
Or
went
what-
for all these centers.
Wait, are we on the clock? I literally just don't.
We
know
got
where
Denver
we are.
still. I'm sure we're on the clock in real life, but right now on the TV it's Denver,
Yeah,
and then it's
Juice Scruggs,
Chicago.
man. I never got to fully study this guy. Well, I never just really wanted to. If I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think he was gonna.
We're not on the clock.
All right, make the pick. Prediction time. Who's it going to be?
It's at
I
this
have
point.
no idea,
Keely.
honestly. Like I don't even know what to predict right now.
I want Whippler
Yeah.
just to satisfy my desires
Strong
of
name.
filling all of the
Offensive
position of needs, but I feel like it's going to be another pick that we don't expect.
Me too.
Could
Now,
be
would you
defensive
be
line.
Defensive line?
Out of
Yeah, I mean,
Tamiwa,
it could be.
He's
It
still
could be
there?
added to me while he's still on the board right
Still
now.
there?
Chilling.
Pickens?
I don't know.
He's
I like a
chilling.
trade down too. I do like a trade down at this point. If we can have Adatamiwa or Olu or Whippler,
Yeah.
we still got a couple more options. Plus all the people we
Receiver,
have-
dude. Receiver could still be on the board too. There's still Josh Downs on the board. I know it's not a big
Sure.
need right now, but
He didn't have any top 30 visits. You know that?
that's true. But last year we selected Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon, who did not have top 30 visits
Yeah.
with us. So
That's
How
also
about-
because we didn't expect them to fall to the second.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true as well.
Let me pitch you
Bears
this.
select DeJuan Jones.
A running
Just
back.
said, Screw it.
The running
I
back,
would-
Tajay Spears, Chase Brown.
Maybe
Too early?
Tajay Spears. I
They
like
could go
Kendra
Tajay.
Miller from TCU, honestly.
Kendrick's fun. Kendrick didn't get
Kendrick's
enough
fun.
reps,
Talk about a guy who would fit in this backfield who's a little bit different from Khalil Herbert and Deonta Foreman, right? Good size, but really athletic and explosive, good speed, 7th overall athleticism score among running backs at the combine. I wouldn't be surprised if they go running back. I mean, if there was the rumors about Bijan at 9 like weeks ago, then they're clearly considering finding a guy.
Oh,
Marvin Mims?
Ooh, Marvin
Yeah.
Mims. Okay.
So a couple wide receivers going off. I think that almost eliminates any possibility of the Bears taking wide receiver.
Mims to Denver.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is
So what
wow.
happens
What is
with,
up with these receivers dropping? Marvin.
They still have
Mims.
Sutton, right?
They have Sutton. Yeah, they have Sutton, Judy. It looks like they're in the last year of what's his name, KJ Hamler's deal. So I'm sure they're just trying to get a replacement for him. But
Yeah.
Sign somebody.
that's a bit early for Marvin.
Bears are on
Not
the
too
clock
early.
now.
Bears are on the clock. Let's go,
Yeah,
baby.
Bears are
Let's.
on the
Here we
clock.
go.
I'll put my volume up high again.
Yeah.
Here.
Let
Yeah.
us know as soon as the pick is in too,
Tank
because
Dell, let's go.
I would not.
Oh, you
be
scared
happy
me.
on Tank Dell.
Roshan Johnson,
Marvin Mims.
Jalen Hyatt,
Marvin
Cedric
Mims is
Tillman,
no.
Josh Downs,
No,
Darnell
Josh Downs.
Washington.
Just
I
don't
wouldn't
get
be
a
mad at
receiver.
Washington.
I wouldn't be mad at Washington either. I'd be fine with that.
There's still Luke Whippler on the board. Ade
Mingo is still
Tomiwa.
there.
AA is still there. Out of the wall. All right.
I do kind of feel bad for the fact that we paid a lot of money in the offseason to linebackers and only one has been taken so far. Yeah. Could have
No, that's
gotten.
a good thing, though, right? I mean, clearly it's not.
I have
high
3 of them
value,
in my top 32.
but linebackers.
Yeah. I think that there's some really good players if they all land in the right spots.
Simpson and Drew Sanders. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That was the
Like,
Broncos' first
Wow.
pick.
I thought Simpson might have a Christian Harris fall, so this is expected, but I did not think that Drew Sanders would. He performed really well for being in the first year he played linebacker since high school. He did a really good job.
All right, I'm making a prediction. I think it's
Ade.
going to be Zach Harrison. That's my guess. I'm
I
going
think
Zach
that's
Harrison.
smart. It's smart.
Smart. I'll go either Harrison or AA.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ade.
You're gonna go Ade, Adesmiwa, Adebare?
Yeah, I'm going to go Ade or Luke Whippler. It's one of those two.
Okay. Let's see.
Wow. I think we're draining the clock. We're like taking the
Pick is in.
All right, so they're not
Okay.
trading it.
All right, they're about to announce it right now, so I'm putting my.
Cranked it up.
What? The
Another commercial?
Dude, these guys love their commercials.
Is that a commercial?
No, they're just singing a song.
It's a promo for the Soldier
Oh.
Field. They're corny.
Oh, okay. Lee
Oh, really?
Greenwood. I hear that song all the time.
I gotta turn this down. YouTube's gonna demonetize me.
Yeah. You have to turn it down.
I didn't get demonetized yesterday, and I actually had the sound on stream. I don't think you'll be surprised at how little they can hear it. Well, I don't. Of course, my stream is probably much smaller than this one, so they're lurking.
Oh, you're
They
streaming
always have
too?
some, like, ceremony for the Bears pick. Like they always have like go into ad break or something like that. Because now
Right.
They know.
ceremony right now every single time.
They milk it out because they know
Yeah.
Bears fans are
Yeah.
watching.
They did that with Fields too last year or 2 years ago. Like, they took like 10 minutes for that pick.
Do they know?
Bro, announce the pick.
They know.
Space Force, huh?
Come on.
Oh, we traded up?
What?
No. This is third round, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Our first pick.
Dude, Philly
What a
really
commercial
got
break
this
now.
feeling. Oh my god.
Did they just go to commercial?
Yeah, they're going to commercial
What are you
break.
doing? Why?
You have to be kidding me.
He's been in for like 3 minutes now at this
Bro,
point.
I know. Chat's probably like, where can the pickle?
Why is Bears pick always ends in commercials before?
Because they know people are watching. They know the Bears fans are watching. It's 100%
Yeah.
why. And they know they're going to get the most ad revenue because most people are watching.
It's time to
100%.
check
like-
Twitter.
Don't check
No,
Twitter.
Pre-game, if you
No,
want to
Rashad
get
got a heart
content
attack
creator-
right there. I was like, it's time to check Twitter.
Okay, Twitter has not even said anything yet, so
Really?
Okay.
they're
So-
everything's just paused right now.
Dude, we got the narc right here. He's already.
I
checking
like
Twitter
that.
behind our
I
back.
like Ryan Poles. He's playing the field right. He's doing it, man.
Like I feel like the NFL just knows that the Bears are just the most money.
Yeah.
Fair,
That's what I'm saying. They
Most
100% know
impressions.
that.
dude.
If-
Zach.
If you look at any
crazy
comment
one.
section on a big player, like it's flooded with Bears fans every single time.
I mean,
Oh, I'm aware.
who's the one guy that just like tweets Bears stuff to get like he's not even a Bears guy. There's a couple guys who aren't even Bears guys and they just tweet Bears things on Twitter because they know that they're gonna get the reaction, like negative Bears things because they know they're gonna get the reaction of the Bears.
Oh,
fans.
negative.
There's
I
a
was gonna
bunch of
say
guys.
Clay Harbor.
Clay Harbor is a good example of that. Right. But not negative. He's not.
Yeah,
negative.
yeah, he at least likes us.
Yeah. But there's a couple.
He does
other
a lot of
people.
engagement posts.
Yeah. It's just like a well-known thing among the media that like national media members can just like it's like poking the bear, literally and figuratively with Bears fans. Like they know they're gonna get the engagement out of interacting with them.
Did they just announce the? Oh my God! They put the pick on the screen right now, even though they didn't announce it yet.
Who is it?
That's such a
Did
dick
I
move.
tell you guys?
Well, are they gonna announce it at all? Wait,
They dead ass and they put it on the
They
board.
put
in
it
the
on
middle
the
of the commercial
screen, but
break?
they didn't actually announce
No,
it.
let's hear it. Wait until I see it on the screen.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, it is a lyrical lemonade guy.
Oh my god.
oh, it's
it's
I forgot his name.
I thought
know
that he
that.
was gonna go to the Bears, but I didn't. Like, I thought this was the pick that they would use on him. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But I just didn't think that they would
double
go.
dipped.
I mean, we were talking about this. Like, why would they do
Huh?
the same?
We double dipped.
There it is, Zack Pickens. Yep. We mentioned it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He's a good player. I mean, I'm surprised he has this much hype, but he's a good player.
Build through the trenches, right? Build
Build
through the
through
trenches.
One of these guys has to be good. I mean, one of them has to be.
Where do I have
Good
him
little
on my
start.
Another unit, though. I mean, Zack Pickens is a large man. 6'4", 304. They're building some big fellows up front. I mean, because I think the first guy was Dexter was what, like 3'11", I think.
Yeah.
Pickens is 291 on the combine profile, 304 in college, I think.
Another
But-
high RAS.
That's
guy,
the wrong Pickens.
9.54 RAS.
Yep. Wrong Pickens.
Oh, we waited a year
That's
to
funny.
make it up for it.
That's funny. I didn't know what you meant for a second. I was like, yeah, another. What was his RAS? You said
It's 9.54. So he had a really good 40-yard dash. He had a 4.89 40-yard dash, which is pretty insane for being 291 pounds. I guess he's not that big.
He's very athletic for his size.
Yeah.
But I didn't ever think of him as a third round guy, but it also shows you how crap the defensive interior class is when there's guys where, they're like later third round, fourth round talents being pushed up early third. And it's just supply demand. It makes sense for the team that's desperate.
Adibari out of Northwestern, like he's still on the
I
board.
don't get it.
I guess no team just ended up liking.
Maybe there's some other concerns.
Yeah.
Maybe he has some lingering medical stuff. I can almost bet money on that. There's no way a dude runs 4.49 at 282 and just does not get selected.
I feel like before all of the underwear Olympics, he was projected to go third or fourth round. I feel like he hasn't. We can't really. I'll wait until the end of the third to be like, okay, something's wrong.
Dude, I think Anthony Bradford's going to go soon. Like these LSU maulers always go like in the third round way earlier than they usually should. And he's one of my favorite guys. If the Bears can like nab him as a rotational guard, I would love that. Like with their next pick, like the 100 one. I would love it.
On my podcast, I said on the last day on our last mock draft, I said, do not be surprised if you walk away from this draft and the Bears had drafted 5+ Senior Bowl players. And that's 3 of them already. Zack Pickens also in the Senior Bowl. And hey, like you trust that evaluation. I mean, that's the closest you're going to get to a prospect.
Yep.
One-on-one for a whole week. I 100% trust that. I like that strategy. I'm all in on that. So
dude, Luke Whippler though.
Luke said it himself, didn't he? He was like, they asked him, they were like, "Are you guys going to draft anybody?" And he was like, "Absolutely, like without a doubt, we're drafting somebody from here." And
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna be shocked if this Eagles pick is not Ade.
He just tweeted, "We in the trenches."
We in the trenches, relax.
Ringo time.
I think he's seeing like all the Bears fans not being happy with this.
Bro,
who?
Bears fans are
The Bears fans aren't going to be happy with any of the picks tonight. Let's just be real.
They weren't
Not
happy
a
with
single
anything
one.
last year, right? They weren't happy with either of the picks last year.
They'll be fine.
It's because we
Oh,
do
funny.
this for months and we
Who's
get
your
locked
daddy?
on names. We get locked on names, right? I guarantee
or
you if it
school,
was
for that
Adibaware
matter.
or school, right? If it was Adibaware, they'd be thrilled. If it was Luke, they'd be thrilled because they're familiar. They don't like unfamiliarity. And you know, I would just implore the people who are just quick to say that this guy's not good to actually watch the tape, to go back and look at his projections. And just because you don't recognize the name doesn't mean he's not a good player.
Yeah.
You spitting. Greg Gabriel loves the pick.
I always never know what to think when Greg Gabriel tweets things, but I mean, he's plugged in. He's a former scout, so
He's always optimistic about every pick.
He has Broderick Jones
I mean,
as
so
the,
am I.
top tackle.
I had him too as the top tackle.
Irish Bears show loves the pick. Seems like people who study the game are in love with this pick. Everybody who actually watches film.
I mean, you can't complain about getting defensive line. Like that was the biggest need that we had. So we filled in two.
Yeah.
big-
All
three
right,
big
let's
needs.
recap. So we have the 2 D-line picks tonight, plus DeMarcus Walker, plus
Machine Green.
Andrew Billings, plus Justin Jones.
Machine Green.
No, I
Rasheem
think
Green, that's
got,
the guy we signed?
Green got released today.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, we released him.
No,
Yes.
Jerry Green got released. Jerry Green, that's a totally different guy.
My apologies.
I was gonna say, damn, that was quick
Sign
before
that guy
Rasheem.
right now.
So
That would
our
be a short
interior
contract.
D-line is deep, and the edge remains Travis Gibson and
Yeah.
Dominique Robinson.
Dominique
Well,
Robinson.
we got to trade for Chase Young.
Yep.
We have no other
Unless the
option.
Bears really like, unless we like DeMarcus Walker at the end.
Oh, that's where he's gonna play. But is DeMarcus Walker gonna be sufficient? I mean, this is a team that could not get to the quarterback whatsoever, and you
But
can't
they
do it
did
just.
invest. They invested like $8 million per year into Marcus Walker, so he's gonna have a lot of playing time.
Sure.
Was it
He
8?
kind of has to, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was like 8. I think it was like
Yeah.
$8 million per year, $9 million per year, maybe. It might have been even more.
Was it a 2-year deal?
Yeah,
It was
I
a
think
3-year
it's
deal.
2.
Oh,
3?
3-year deal. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Respect to Marcus Walker.
Kids-
And I was telling on the stream last night that maybe Carl Lawson could be cut by the Jets and the Bears would scoop him up.
Yannick Ngakoue.
Yannick Ngakoue.
Still
he's still
available.
he's still available. What the heck? I totally forgot about
He
it.
There's
has
a lot of
attitude.
really
He has
good
attitude
teams.
issues.
Yeah, they don't want to go after a guy like that.
Guys, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back. in like
Go
2
ahead, man.
Jadeveon Clowney's still out there.
All right, so let's play everyone's favorite game. Grade the second and third rounds for the Bears. Be honest.
I'm gonna say honestly, I would say probably a C plus B minus.
Okay.
It's solid. I just think they were all reaches except for Tyrique Stevenson, which was an A plus pick.
Agreed. Deeks, what you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't have enough previous knowledge of the guys we took, but as far as positional value and what I'm reading, I mean, I like the sticking to the board. I like filling positions of needs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna dive into film more tonight to actually say how good I think the picks were.
Let's see. I had Tyrique at 35 on my board. I had Zack Pickens at 137, and I had Gervon at 111. So, I usually say if a person's a good fit, you can split that number in half on the board, and then I'm perfectly happy with you taking him there. If it's a little bit less than that, which is what Zack Pickens and Gervon Dexter were, like they're just slightly above that mark, that's when it's like, okay, I can't give you like a B grade at all. So.
Ooh.
C+,
Eagles,
C+, and A+.
Eagles went DB, but
Not Ringo?
No, they didn't go DB. Oh, they went. Oh, with their first pick, they didn't.
Oh, yeah, they're back-to-back picks. My bad. I
saw.
I'm on
They
Twitter
took
for
one of
a
my
second.
boys.
So this is, the interesting thing is, like, to be completely honest, like, you don't have to have full trust in polls if these are going to be good picks. If you honestly look at the draft last year, like past round 2 is not good. It really wasn't. I mean, respectfully, like Ryan Poles is doing a great job of building this team. His strategy is immaculate, and the trade with Carolina was perfect. But as far as drafting, we have 1 year of sample size. It's way too early to come to determination. But as far as the skill position players he took last year, I know Braxton Jones was a find in the 5th round. He hit on, I'll consider Gordon a hit for now. He hit on Brisker. But Ebner, Velus Jones Jr., Zach Thomas. Yeah, Zach Thomas was what? Was he a 6th or 5th rounder?
6th. He was 6th.
6th, right? Like that, you can kind of throw that away. But it's too early, I think, for people to full transparency say, hey, I have full faith in polls that these are the correct picks. I'm optimistic about them. I'm positive about them, but it's going to take a couple years, as it is for every new GM, for you to really understand and find out if he is a good drafter, especially in the early rounds. This is the first time he's had a 1st round pick. It's this, second time he's had a load of 2nd round and 3rd round picks. But, I think the strategy so far, all you can speculate now is strategy. If I'm being honest, any sort of post-draft evaluation immediately after the player is picked about how good that player can be is a ridiculous conversation. It honestly is. There's so much historical evidence that the odds of you being wrong about your evaluation are above like 80%. It's just, you just don't know the location of that player, how he reacts to coaching, all these different things. So for that reason, like, you have to have trust in the coaching staff and in Ryan Poles that they can turn these players into something they like. And I love the strategy, but it's also way too early to say, hey, we have enough evidence in history for us to be in full confidence that these are great picks by Ryan Poles. You know what I'm saying? So it's just we're toting the middle line here. I don't want to get too optimistic, but I also don't want to be too pessimistic about it.
I'll be back, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely respect it. I'm not super familiar with the guys, so I'm not going to sit here and act like we just, knocked the draft out of the park. I do think this is going to be one of those drafts that you're definitely going to be waiting until camp to see how they perform. You're going to be waiting until well into the season, and I think there's going to be a lot of criticism all the way through camp, all the way through the season, especially if none of these picks turn out to be somebody like with a day one Brisker impact. You know what I mean? But definitely is going to be really, really interesting because I don't see the guys we took. And here's another thing. Last year, we had so many needs that we basically plug and played rookies. They were almost handed starting positions day one. So these guys, I don't think we drafted anybody tonight who's going to be handed a starting position. I think all 3 of them are going to have to compete for playing time.
100%. And Steven, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Yeah, the only guy obviously that is a plug-in starter is Darnell Wright, and that's the Poles guy from the very beginning. And then tonight's draft is basically catering towards Matt Eberflus's desire and need for defenders. A lot of guys, Dexter, Stevenson, and Pickens, all familiar from the the Senior Bowl. A lot of guys with physical traits. Certainly, that's something that
Yes.
both Pauls and Eberflus is very, very high on, and those are the common themes that we're starting to see right now. That these guys value length and size more so than maybe other teams or maybe previous Bears regimes, front office or coaching. So
Matt Miller was super high about the Bears draft picks. He said Bears are having one of those super solid drafts where they just check off boxes at each area of need.
Yep.
I'm pretty happy about that.
And this is basically, the draft that the Bears really had to focus on filling their holes on the defensive side. This was basically Poles listening to Eberflus and his defensive staff and giving them what they need. So it's now up to Eberflus, Alan Williams, and his entire defensive coaches to get him up to speed because, you mentioned about Dexter's production, kind of fell off in Florida. It seems as though a lot of guys from Florida doesn't really, there aren't that many Florida guys that pan out in the league from what I can tell on both sides of the ball. So that's a lot of, huge negative reputation that he has to overcome. Stevenson's a lanky guy. Really kind of surprised by the pick at the 56 there to move up, but
I love that.
Yeah,
So
now
far.
I'm coming around. I'm coming around. I wasn't really expecting the corner to be picked that high, to be honest. But he's one of the few good ones remaining, and maybe they can finally put Gordon to nickel and then allow Stevenson and Johnson on the outside, and you have a very good safe secondary there, with Brisker, and then Eddie Jackson is getting up there, but I think he's still a very, very, very valuable leader, even though at the nearing age 30. So Pickens, they double down on the the interior defensive tackle. They needed one. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't pressure anybody from the inside. I like the idea of doubling it down. With strengthening.
Wait, Sadiq, just what happened?
The Lions pick. Can I spoil it or no?
You can spoil
Yeah.
it.
They picked Hendon Hooker.
No.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh wow! And then before that, by the way, Drew Sanders went to Denver. I'm seeing it too. We forgot about that. Sorry.
Damn.
Major.
That's low-key a decent pick for the Lions.
Damn.
Okay. Well, there you have it. You have your backup plan
Got
for
Jared
Jared Goff.
Eventual.
Let's see if Stone. He's got to be the first quarterback I've ever seen that has stone feet in the pocket, but is good at scrambling.
Yeah, that's such a good point. I mean, here's a good question. What pick would he have been if he wasn't 25 years old? If he's 23 or if he's 22, what pick is
he's going first round.
Yeah, probably in the 20s. I think he would have been.
Oh, Amon-Ra St. Brown announced the pick. That's pretty cool.
It's interesting. Oh, Amon-Ra did?
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown, yeah.
It's interesting that a team like the Lions, who obviously are going to have Hooker sit behind Jared Goff for a year, are willing to take a player that's 25 years old if their plan is already for him to not start until he's probably 26 or 27. That's really quite illogical.
I think with Dan Campbell's style, I don't think they're going to rely on his rushing ability much. So with that being said, I think Geno Smith breaking out at his age, I just feel like, with the quarterback position, you can afford to let a quarterback develop and hope that when he gets 26, 27, 28, he still has a lot of tread left on his tire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so. You think they're going to kind of take the rushing aspect out of his game and keep him in the pocket? I mean, look, they're building the team to do it. Their offensive line is going to be dominant for the next couple of years, and their production on offense. With the
he can stand
as
still as he wants.
Yeah, 100%. Well, not with Rasheem Green and DeMarcus Walker coming after him. He can't.
You took my joke. I just don't know the player off the top of the head quite yet.
Man, that's the thing. Is like, the luxury the Bears have is the quarterbacks in this division aren't great now. So you should hope that if you're winning these games against divisional opponents for the next 4 years, you're doing it by scoring more points than them and not by, destroying their opposing quarterback, because I'm not intimidated by I'm not intimidated by Kirk Cousins. I'm obviously not intimidated yet by Jordan Love or Jared Goff, but you know, that actually just reminded me, damn, I thought the Vikings were going to potentially take Hooker too. And I don't know when the Vikings next pick, but that was they need to have a backup plan. Now, I will say the team that gets Dorian Thompson,
that's my guy. I would love for him to be Justin's backup, but he deserves to go somewhere where he can compete.
It's like the best comparison I could make for that was like Dak Prescott in, what was that, 2016?
Ooh.
Like not as a player comp, but situation. Really productive in college, athletic traits, just didn't rise in the draft.
His issue is he has all of the traits to be a superstar quarterback minus the IQ. I think he has a lot of bonehead plays where if you go back to the UCLA versus USC game, and I mean, he's going toe-to-toe with Caleb Williams, and he's throwing interceptions left and right. So I think he is his own kryptonite. That's the thing with DTR.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm going to be hopping off here. I appreciate it. It was nice meeting the rest of you guys. Rishab, I do appreciate it.
Of course, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Some really good commentary on all the players, so I appreciate you for that. Good luck with your channel, by the way, as well. I'm sure you're going to be doing a lot more videos. So you guys can follow him. You can give a plug to your YouTube channel as well.
Sure. Yeah, Hail Mary Sports. If you guys like mock draft stuff, sports betting, or fantasy football, it's going to be a lot going on during the summer. So feel free to come join. Guys, it was awesome. Also, if you guys haven't already done so, subscribe to the rest of these dudes. They've already proven the fact that you guys deserve a sub to them. So thank you guys. Have a good one, all right?
All right, man.
Peace out.
So
go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say Tank Dell got taken by the Texans. I don't know if you saw it already.
John Mechie. So they got John Mechie coming back, and they got Tank Dell for CJ Stroud.
That's a fun pick.
I don't like
local
that pick.
guy.
I love Tank Dell. I don't love that pick for the Texans.
They need like a bigger guy at this point.
They do. I don't. They don't have a wide receiver one to be able to be picking.
And Stroud needs it. Stroud needs a guy who can get open and
That's true. I mean, again, I love.
Brandon Cook's still there, right?
Everybody who's been following my Twitter for a while.
No. Brandon Cook went to traded to the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cook's is to the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, he already was.
I forgot about.
They don't have. Literally, I can't name anybody besides Mechie. Who picked caught the Hail Mary pass from
I think that was a tight end, right?
It was.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Oh my God, I'm blanking. We should know. That's our hero. We should know his name. He's a Chicago hero.
We kind of just gave all the love to Lovie Smith.
Yeah.
And Davis Mills. Was it Jordan Atkins?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the guy. Yes.
Probably.
I'm gonna be rooting for the Texans, man. I'm gonna be rooting for them this year.
Why?
Yeah, I mean they got a fun draft. They got CJ Stroud. They got Williams.
I think it's.
Oh, they did get it. Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, I like CJ. I like Will Anderson. I like Derek Stingley. Who's their D-back? Petrie.
Jalen Petrie. Yeah, he hit a great game against the Bears last year.
They're building a nice little squad there. I can't lie.
Yeah. I mean, after all the stuff that they went through off the field with Watson and Jack Easterby, I think the Texans finally have something to cheer about. Especially their fans for sure.
Yeah. So real quick, So I will say I feel like I selfishly wanted a center just because I wanted to, have all these great young guys on the line. But realistically, when you actually think about it, we have Cody Whitehair. We have Lucas Patrick, and we still don't know what Doug Kramer is. It's not like he got cut. He just got injured. Yeah. So I feel like Ryan Poles and the staff clearly has faith in those centers. So what do you guys think about, especially Rashad, you're Illy fan, probably could tell us a little bit more about what you think about Doug Kramer.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was good enough to maybe start last year. Obviously, I'm pretty biased being an Illini fan, but he got injured with that injury, and what was it, the foot injury, like a Liz Frank injury, whatever.
Yeah.
I know that's a really hard injury to recover from. So I'm not totally sure if he's gonna be fully back this year. But if he is, it is a 6th-round pick, so you don't want to be relying on him too heavily. But we do have, like you mentioned, like Lucas Patrick and Cody Whitehair too, which they could be like average probably at the very best. They're not going to be like elite or anything, but average compared to like the last 2 years would still be a big boost, right? Because we had Mustafa the last 2 years, so
yeah, true. And as far as his injury, I do want to go to Travis Etienne. I mean, he had the same injury and he bounced back wonderfully. So
that's a good point. Yeah,
I think in today's age, doctors should be better. Hopefully, he doesn't have too much setbacks. But what do you while you stepped away? I guess we all kind of answered this question as well. Like, what do you think of our picks today? Like, how would you grade us out today?
I like them honestly. Like I probably said like a B+ maybe, because I would have liked to go for like Adetomiwa Adebawore, but clearly he has some medical issues or something behind the scenes that's causing him to fall this far. Otherwise, he would have been picked a lot earlier. So we didn't get like my guys per se, but we got like a lot of good people on the defensive line, which obviously was a big need. Tyrique Stevenson, explosive outside cornerback, that was a big need as well. So I can't be mad about the picks today. Like maybe even like A- because we filled in like pretty big needs, and we got decent players. I think we maybe have reached a little bit, somewhat according to like mock drafts, but you can never be like sure if the mock drafts are going to be matching like reality. So I was pretty happy about today. What'd you guys say about the draft today?
Yeah, I basically said that I didn't know the players well enough to really give a full definitive grade. I'm gonna do my homework later. But as far as the positions that we filled and everything that I am reading from other people saying, and then the RAS scores, the athleticism, I am happy with at least the outcome of the positions. We didn't reach on a tight end. We didn't reach on a I don't know. You know what I mean? Like even if we did quote unquote reach, it seems to be we got some talented guys in positions that we desperately needed.
Right.
Yeah.
And we still got like 5 picks tomorrow, or like 4 picks tomorrow, something like that. Because we have two 4th-round picks. I know.
1, 2, 3, 4. So
should be 5.
5.
3,
we
1,
would have had
3.
6, but we traded.
Oh right,
we traded one away, so we have 5 left.
Got it. We
Look,
did.
Two of them are like late. Literally, one of the 7th is the one right before Mr. Irrelevant. So that's he's not going to make the team unless he wants to be Brock Purdy 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys think the Bears are going to trade back up tonight? I'm guessing probably not, right? Because we already traded up once. You can't see Ryan Poles giving up too much other.
And for who too? Because you got to think to trade up right now. You're not going to trade up for a wide receiver with our group. You're not going to trade up for. I don't think there's any DNs that's worth giving up capital from, because I mean it's a big jump. I mean we don't pick to the hundreds, so
well early hundreds, right? Because it's like 10, I think 104,
103.
Yeah, first pick in the 4th.
What pick are we on now? I'm not even paying attention.
72 Arizona is on the clock. 72.
Arizona's what? 72.
It's 72. Arizona's on the clock at 72. They just made the pick. If Zach Harrison's there, if he's there at 90 something, you only have to give up like a 7th for. You can give up 218, and like that's a throwaway pick. Like give up 218 to move back up there. Why not? I mean, I feel like that needs to be addressed. If I'm being completely honest, I am not content going into the season right now with what we currently have at edge. I'm just not, and I don't think
No.
I'm
not either, and I think the Bears aren't content either. God.
But what I will say is that we filled our biggest need on offense, and we filled arguably our biggest need on defense as far as the defensive tackle position. So obviously we're not going to get a superstar, but it does make you feel a little bit better knowing that the end is now the only position that you can genuinely say that we have a gaping hole at.
Yeah,
100%.
And even there, you could sign a Yannick Ngakoue if you really have to. I know he has like issues, attitude issues, whatever. But if you really have to sign him, might as well go ahead. Give him like a 1-year something deal, like $10 million deal. We have the cap space too. Like we have the most cap space in the NFL by a big margin right now. We have like $32 million in cap space, which we haven't used, so far. So
my whole I forgot what I was gonna say. Do you have a paid chat in there that I was reading while I had a thought come across?
Oh shit, let me pull up the chat. I haven't even looked at chat in like a long time.
Also, while you were gone, Hendon Hooker got drafted to the Lions. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I was there.
Oh, you were here for that?
Yeah, he was there.
I saw that. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, he said Stevenson, Bears best pick tonight. Everything else is meh. I mean, I'm okay with it, dude. I mean, it's obviously not like flashy names, like media names, but I don't care about the media names really, right? Like half the time, if you look at the media names, they don't end up actually being good football players. It's a lot of it is just hype. So I was okay with filling in big needs on the defensive line.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. The first part of that statement is 100% right. I mean, Tyrique Stevenson fell into their lap. It feels very reminiscent of Jalen Johnson in 2020. Or was that 2019 for Jalen?
No,
2020, right? Like that was a player who's supposed to be late end first round, fell right into your lap, and look what he's turned out to be. He hasn't been quite Pro Bowl caliber, but he's been like a really solid guy, worthy of probably a contract extension in the offseason this summer.
Hyatt.
Good. Jalen Hyatt should not be a Chicago Bear, so that's
To the Giants.
I'm glad he's gone. But yeah, Emiliano, you're 100% right. Like this draft for me is heavily the way I grade it. I hate draft grades, but the way I would grade it is heavily weighted by that pick. I mean, to me, that's an A+ pick, and it's at a position of need. He's gonna that's secondary. You can make this argument, guys. If Kyler Gordon takes a leap that he's capable of, if Jaquan Brisker improves slightly to be a Pro Bowl caliber safety, Eddie Jackson, shows what he showed before he got injured, right? Back to getting takeaways. Jalen Johnson's good, right? Is that the best secondary in the NFL? Tyrique Stevenson is what we think he is. He's an A+ pick, and he plays well his rookie year. You can make a legitimate argument that that's one of the best secondaries in the entire NFL. I'm completely honest.
And if Eddie Jackson is healthy,
yeah.
I mean, and
with
about
Tremaine Edmonds in the middle,
dude,
deflecting passes.
And we got guys in the D line now too, Gervon Dexter. So I think
you can really feel good about defensive end being the only position that can make you pull your hair out on game days.
Yeah.
Now it happens to be a really important position, but
it does. That's why I said pulling your hair out.
But it's like the contrarian viewpoint is like, all right, you're not getting to the quarterback, then you have trust in your secondary to just hold up in the back end long enough, right? I mean that's I mean, you can get pressure up the middle, but if you have a great secondary and you trust these guys on an island, I mean, it's hard to lock up Justin Jefferson for an entire game, but you have more faith in your secondary to be able to hold up back there if the Garrett Williams is to the Cardinals.
Probably also have some faith in Dominique Robinson then if they're not going edgeless early.
Yeah.
I know he's sucked. I don't want to say sucked.
I'm not giving up on him either.
Yeah, I don't want to give up on him either because he was a project,
He wasn't even supposed to play much last year.
He started because we traded away Robert Quinn, traded away Khalil Mack too, obviously. So
a
lot of potential.
Week 1, we still had Robert Quinn. Week 1 was his best week when teams had no idea what he was, and I think that's what kind of threw him out there was that he had the pure athleticism with Robert Quinn's mentorship and learning a couple moves that he caught a couple people like Trent Williams by surprise the first week, and then teams were like, okay, we're not letting this dude beat us much. But
I remember he had like 2 sacks the first week, then he had like no sacks the last 16 games.
Our star defensive and edge rusher, Jaquan Brisker.
Yeah, right. The sack leader for your Chicago Bears in 2023. I wonder if they were the only team to have a DB either.
Had to be. I don't even have to check to tell you.
Yeah. I think what's interesting when you talk about Dominique Robinson and the players that they've selected in this draft, they have put full trust in Matt Eberflus. I mean, you look at the players that they've taken, real athletic, projectable guys, great size, right? But haven't quite done it yet. But they project them to be something greater than what they are. Same went for Dominique Robinson. You turning a former wide receiver into a defensive end. We know he was going to be a multi-year project. That could go for these guys too. So when we're watching these games, when we're talking about Zack Pickens, I think Tyrique Stevenson's a day one difference maker. But you're talking about Gervon Dexter and Zack Pickens. These are players who probably are going to be similar to Dominique Robinson. They'll have flashy performances, but at the peak of their career, I mean, obviously, typically comes from most players in year 4, year 5, but they're not going to light the world on fire year 1. They're just not. And for the Bears, they're going to be a competitive team playing for the division title next year. But we all know the Super Bowl window realistically opens in 2024. We all know that. And he's made this draft out of that mindset, in my opinion. But this is an indictment on Matt Eberflus and Alan Williams. You have drafted players that need to be coached and need to be coached with the correct technique and how to use their size in the right places. And if they do that, you get the most out of these players, you're going to have a dangerous team. But if you fail to do that, you'll be on the hot seat in 2 years. It's just that's the fact of the matter. So I have trust in them, though.
2 years, like they could be on the hot seat this year if
you think so.
Dude, if they only win 3 games again, I think
They
they're
win
all.
3 games.
Wow, I
Well,
don't.
I know they're
I
definitely going to
doubt
win
it.
more than 3 games, but I'm saying if we have a repeat of last year, ending up with the worst record,
I
obviously
think-
we're not going to. But
I
then
think
it would
McCaskey
be on
has
the hot seat.
I think McCaskey's too patient for that. I think
Really?
he's too in love with, and Kevin Warren loves him too. I think they're too in love with Poles.
Yeah,
to,
that's a good point.
to,
I'm
to-
just saying,
to
like,
put
if
him
all
on
the
hot
wheels
seat.
fall off completely and you just finish with the worst record again, like
Then they'd be on the hot seat for 2024. I would say that. I don't think we'd fire him after 2 years. I
they
did.
should probably draft a new quarterback too. Which
No.
think about
Don't
it.
say, bro.
No, dude, I'm saying if we finish with the worst record in the NFL, obviously we're not going to.
I love Justin Fields,
Worst scenario.
and Caleb Williams is the one guy that I literally I literally could not be mad at.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen because Justin Fields is breaking out next year.
I hope so. Yeah,
I mean,
truly
he already
believe
kind
that,
of
man.
broke out last year. Obviously,
Yeah.
more as a runner, but
But this year, hopefully, as a passer, without a doubt.
yeah.
Dare I say?
Cedric Tillman to the Browns.
You.
Damn.
So Elijah Moore,
Cedric Tillman.
and Cooper.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is DeJuan Jones still on the board? I think I just got it.
DeJuan Jones is
Yeah,
on
he's
the
still on the
board.
board.
That is what we call NFL teams are scared.
Darnell Washington too.
I can't believe Darnell Washington's
Wow, Darnell Washington.
I thought the
So I saw the Cowboy beat reporter David Moore tweeted about why Cowboys pick Schoonmaker. Apparently, Washington is a medical flag there.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, that's been the
sucks.
concern all along since the start of the process for him, or not the primary concern, but a concern. Interesting chat here. We talked about this a little bit earlier, Deeks. I think you mentioned it about Twitter's reaction to the last pick. Bobby Smith Jr. via the chat says, "We had JMS. Why did we pass? Question mark. Is Olu from Michigan the one they want? Is there a hidden gem we missed? Do we have someone on the roster that's going to make a jump? What is going on?" Bears fans are in disarray right now. They didn't take a center, but we already answered it. You have 3 guys on the roster already, and like the one who's not even projected to be starting might be the best one. Like I think Lucas Patrick and fully healthy is a completely good and fine starting center. If you guys remember, there was 2 games that he actually played in at center in the middle of the year. It was after the atrocity of the first 4 weeks. That was the Bears offense and Sam Mustipher. They took out Mustipher when Patrick was healthy to come back when he was initially on the IR to start the season. And in those 2 games, there was such a visible, noticeable difference on how that offense moved with Lucas Patrick, and they looked so much better. I can't remember the exact 2 plays that they played in, the 2 games that he played in.
I know one. It's
Was
the
it-
New England game on
Exactly.
Monday night.
It was the New England game, right? Because I remember watching that game and I say, this is night and day. And that was the game that the light switch flipped. And if you have built first-round talent at right tackle, good enough talent in Braxton Jones at left tackle, if Nate Davis is fine, and if Tevin Jenkins is healthy enough to play like the Pro Bowl caliber player he can be, then you can survive if Lucas Patrick isn't, even above average player. If he's just average, if he's just not awful, right?
Yeah.
Like that's literally all we're asking for here. That is all we're asking for. So I don't blame the Bears for not wanting, for looking at that position and not seeing that as, hey, this is a must draft tonight because there's just
They could
enough
also-
talent there. And
Yeah.
Kramer too. Like
Right.
I
You got to
was
have
gonna
a
say, they
veteran
can
in
also-
the middle.
They could still go center on day 3 because
That's
they
true.
still pick 100. Luke Whippler is still on the board right now from Ohio State. I thought it was going to be a day 2, like a round 2 guy, but he's not obviously.
Don't forget Ricky Stromberg,
Ricky
the local
Stromberg,
kid,
too.
from
Ricky
Arkansas.
Stromberg.
Arkansas.
Olu's still there.
yeah,
He's there
Olu,
too, yeah.
I know Olu in the 5th round. So
And then the what is it? The USC guy who tore his ACL.
Andrew Voorhees?
Voorhees, yeah. Well, I think he's more
He
of
was
a
a
guard.
tackle, I believe. He was a tackle or guard.
He was a guard, but I heard some people. I don't know. I thought I heard people saying that he could potentially play center as well. But I did just want to throw in there that having Cody Whitehair on the bench is way better than people are giving credit. I don't think he might have had a down year. I don't think he's the guy that you feel super comfortable in the starting lineup. But just the fact that we're going from having absolutely nobody even in the starting lineup almost to somebody like Cody Whitehair to potentially be that backup guy to come in a pinch, maybe a game or 2 that Tevin Jenkins is going to miss a game or 2 or 3.
Yeah,
Nate Davis is going to miss a couple games. I mean, neither of them have started a full NFL season.
Yeah.
So you're going to have somebody come in.
Are you talking about Whitehair being like a backup on the bench? You mean by that? Like
Yeah. As that mixed guy, because we were talking about how much we like Lucas Patrick could possibly be that center, our starting center. So I'm saying I was just thinking that puts Cody Whitehair on the bench.
I think he's a cap casualty. You saved $6 million this year
too, because I think you saved like $9 million by cutting him.
9?
So who do we like at backup guard? And if that's the case, do we like our roster? Or do you guys think we have to sign somebody else then? Because I don't.
You probably draft somebody then, like
Alex Leatherwood.
Right.
You got Leatherwood too, yeah. Which
right.
I guess he's not like he's kind of an upside option. He's still pretty young. He's like 20. He's like 23, 24 right now.
Right. And Larry Borum could still be a guard too if they want to make him.
Larry Borum blocked me yesterday on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw the Twitter.
I have
yeah.
absolutely no idea why I didn't at him or anything.
He went private on Twitter too. I saw like because I bet a lot of people are just.
Yeah, he kind of laughed at.
Yeah.
There's a question here. Anyone here would take a chance on Army's Andre Carter, the linebacker? I might.
We don't need a linebacker.
It depends on his military commitment. I know there was a Congress trying to do something about that, which I'm not really familiar with. But
I don't think he has any commitment anymore. Like he's free to play now in the NFL.
Free man. Yeah, I mean,
Zach Harrison just went, by the way, to
yeah.
King Pace does it again.
He loves it to Ohio State.
Zach Harrison.
When's our next pick? 105?
103.
Yeah, 103. Yeah.
103. So is that the top of day? Is that the first pick tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't think that's weird. Like, we finally get the number 1 pick, and 2 days in, we don't have the first pick of the draft. So I feel like tomorrow's going to be the first time in my life that the Bears are the first ones on the clock.
Well, I mean, the 3rd round we had the first pick in the draft, but
yeah, I mean, as far as like the day goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think something interesting about linebacker is the depth at that position is not good. It is not. If you have a guy go down, you are screwed at that position. And I said this on the podcast. I didn't really want to say it, but like sometimes what happens when you have a team that's 3-14 and you're tanking in the end of the year, the bar is set so low for talent on that defense down the year. And I think Jack Sanborn is fine, but I think we've all sort of kind of projected him a little bit higher because of how well he performed as it correlates to what the bar was set at, right? The bar was in hell for that defense, and he came in and he was a stopgap and he was good. Is he a solution? It's too early for me to say he's a solution. He's going to be the starting. He's going to start day one, but you need depth at that position. If a guy goes down, you don't have it. I wouldn't be surprised if they go linebacker. I mean, who else do we have behind TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, and Jack Sanborn? I'm trying to think.
We did sign somebody. Like, I think Dylan Cole from the Tennessee Titans.
Dylan Cole, that's right.
Yeah.
It's Dylan Cole.
Yeah, Dylan Cole, but he's more of
DeMarcus
a
Gates.
Teamers, but he definitely he did step up a lot last year.
We also have Sterling Weatherford too from the waivers from last year. I think he's still on the team right now.
Sterling, a lot of people felt the way about Sterling that we felt with Sanborn before he got his shot as well. Everybody wanted Sterling to play.
Yeah.
Do you have him still on the roster?
Who?
The Packers drafted another tight end.
Did they actually?
Yeah, Tucker Kraft.
What?
What are you doing?
That's surprising.
They drafted 2 tight ends and a wide receiver.
What are you doing? God, they're just the weirdest drafters, man.
Packers GM has like had his 3rd round picks bust like 5 years in a row. I think like they have not had a good 3rd round pick ever.
Huh. Well, before the Packers, they let's see. Marte Mapu from Sacramento State goes to New England. Byron
Trenton
Young.
Sampson? Yeah, he is.
Someone took Sampson?
I was just saying Trenton Sampson's still on the board.
Trenton Simpson, yeah, gotcha.
Simpson,
Nobody
yeah.
likes linebackers. The Lions could have easily gotten Jack Campbell in the 2nd round. Like with the lack of linebackers going right now.
Exactly.
That was a big reach.
Adetomiwa is still there.
I can't believe that. Like there has to be something just like egregious.
Probably
like
a medical or
Keely Ringo still there.
Keely
lack
Ringo
of
just seems like
One of the biggest fallers of the draft.
yeah. I mean, Kevin was talking about him being like a second round pick, but
yeah, I mean, he had a second round grade for most people. Packers. So they took the tight end here at 79. I doubt Rango makes it to 103. I mean, the Bears are out of a cornerback for at least 2 more picks anyway. But yeah, I mean, so positions of need for tomorrow. You know, talk about this real quick, and then I'll probably head out of here. I mean, I imagine they'll take a wide receiver at some point. They're going to take bank on wide receiver, right? 5th round, maybe 7th round, maybe. There's a couple names I like. I like Grant Dubose out of Charlotte late in the 7th round potentially. I don't think you spend too high of a pick on a wide receiver, but I think they will take one. The depth of that position is actually pretty good, especially if Velas is a little bit better than what he showed for 90% of last year. The depth at the positions is actually really good. But I think they're going to have to go after another edge. I mean, and I think they'll go after a guard. I think those are the 2 positions that they're going to go after, especially with those first picks. They have a few, because the 136 is technically a 5th, right? And the 133 and the 103 are 4ths. So, right? I should know.
There's a huge gap in that.
But we still have 2 4th rounders.
Yeah, 103, 133. Oh wait, no, we traded 136. I keep forgetting about that. Right? Because
huge gap.
Josh Downs to the Colts.
Oh. Yeah, that's a great pick for them.
Wait, so what picks do we still have?
Because I totally breezed past that trade, and I don't know what we gave up for that.
Okay, let me look at the ESPN right now. The Bears have 103 tomorrow, first and the 4th. They have 133 in the 4th round.
Right.
So we have
then
103.
133. And then the Bears have 148.
So we traded the 5th.
Yeah, they have 148.
They still have 136. They still have one.
That's right.
So we have 103, 133. We traded 136, and then we have 148.
Yes, 148.
And then we have no 6th rounders. So we can add 1, 2, 3. We can add 3 decent impact guys tomorrow, Bob, potentially.
Yeah, I mean that's the hope. I mean it rarely works out that way. But hey, they found Braxton Jones. If you find a guy who plays every single snap for you that year, you find like that. That's a win, right? I mean Braxton Jones was above average, you could say, but he played every single offensive snap as a 5th round rookie. Do you know how rare that is? So you're just looking for a guy who can play. I mean, it's a luxury.
Exactly. And we didn't have any 4th rounders last year. So we got 2 guys in the 5th rounder, one obviously being Braxton, and then Dominique Robinson. He wasn't, super star or like big explosion type pick, but at the end of the day, he still had playing time. He still did a little something early on. So I feel like with 2 4th rounders and a 5th rounder tomorrow, I'm not going to bet on it, but I feel like, the chances are high for at least one of them to make some kind of impact.
One of them will. I agree. One of them has to be. Especially with 2 4th round picks. I mean, last year we didn't have a single 4th round pick, I believe.
We didn't.
5th rounders. So, especially with one of them being like 103, which is like almost a top 100 pick. So you could expect that pick to be high caliber player. Hopefully, could be a center. It could be defensive end. One guy I really like, Yaya Diaby. I believe he's still on the board from Louisville. He's still on the board.
I predict either Diaby or Maguire will be the Bears pick. Maguire or Diaby. I wouldn't be shocked if one of them becomes a Bear.
Yeah.
By the way, the Bears also have 2 7th rounders, 218 and 258. I just wanted to throw out there.
One more time. 7th
round, they have 218 at the very top, and then 258 next to last.
Unless we draft Trenton Gill's competition.
Oh God, I'll throw up. There are people in the chat who are saying take a kicker. Here's what they will do in the 4th round. Bold prediction time. They will 100% go running back in the 4th round. I honestly think
Chase Brown.
Chase Brown. I love Chase Brown. All right, give me the breakdown on Chase Brown. You've seen him. I want the full breakdown. Give me one.
Dude, he's explosive. He carried the entire offense that we had last year on his back. He had like a crazy amount of rushing yards. I think he had like 1,400. I forgot what his exact numbers were, but we gave the ball to him basically every single snap. Like he had
like 30 plus 35 times every
crazy amount of load on his shoulders. And I know like he probably has more wear and tear than most like college running backs do, but he's able to like carry the RB1 role if he has to at any point. He's also I would say like he's a decent pass catcher, not like an elite pass catcher. So he still could be, I feel like, a third down back. So he fits everything the Bears are looking for, dude. Like if you look at his RAS score, that's like 9.79 or something.
Unreal.
Like,
Great athlete.
So
that's the pick.
And only one running back has been selected today, and he wasn't one of the top guys at all. Like you still have Tajay Spears, still have Deuce Vaughn.
Tajay Spears.
No. Condre Miller got taken from TCU.
Yeah, you still have Deuce Vaughn, Tajay Spears. You got Chase Brown, Roshan Johnson.
Damn.
You got
there's some running backs.
From Georgia too. Kenny McIntosh, I think he's still on the board too. So
And look, I don't know about you guys, but I like Khalil Herbert. I like Deonta Foreman.
Yeah.
Neither of those guys are RB1s. They're just not. And there's a great chance that the Bears are going to play this year by RB by committee like they did last year pretty much. That's probably what it's going to be, especially if it's a fourth-round rookie. But, I mean, look at the impact that an Isaiah Pacheco had for the Chiefs who won the Super Bowl last year. That's a seventh-round pick who ended up being the leading ball carrier for your team in the Super Bowl. And for people underestimating the impact of drafts like this, the thing that always just boggles my mind is the Chiefs played 10 rookies in that game. 10 rookies in the Super Bowl, and they beat a Philadelphia Eagles team that was allocated like the most money in the entire league to their roster, and they got beat by a whole bunch of guys who were drafted in the 2022 class. So you have a good rookie draft class. It just does wonders for your team, not just in the future, but for that year, for 2023. So if they take a running back, there's a good chance that that guy ends up being the leading, by late in the year, ends up being the leading back for the team. And especially if it's Chase Brown or Tajay Spears, one of these guys who's really talented, but the value of running backs has diminished so far that they just fall this late, then yeah, 100%. If you're a fantasy owner looking for dynasty leagues, bro, like look out for one of these guys if they get drafted to the Bears, because I like Khalil Herbert and Deonta Foreman, but neither of them for me are a surefire number one running back that I'm really excited about going into the year. I just to be completely honest, like I like them, but I think you guys would probably agree, right? It's not an answer. Neither of them are an answer, and it might not need to be an answer. I'm not saying it's a need that you got to find a home run hitter at running back. You don't. This is the number one rushing offense in the NFL. But it would be nice to have another guy who's a little bit more athletic and elusive. I mean, just fits the offense a little bit more, especially a guy who can receive it.
No, I'm 100% in agreement with you. I was never on the Khalil Herbert as like the full-time running back one taking over. I feel like if he was really the way that but some fans hyped him up, I believe he would have taken the spot from Demo. So I'm definitely right with you on that. Do you feel like anybody we could potentially take out of the running backs that are left could fill that role?
100%. I mean, I think Chase Brown could.
I mean, Chase Brown.
Tajay Spears has been my guy throughout this entire process. He was
Matt
one of the
Forte
guys that
vibes.
Yeah, right. Matt Forte vibes.
Pass catching ability too, because like none of our running backs right now can catch the ball at the backfield, like at a good rate. So,
and what is this offense missing? Right, like when you this offense is so dynamic now with the things that they can do. It's like the only thing they're missing, right? If things go dormant, if you're having a bad day, you can't just check it down to the wide receiver and run a screen to get back into the rhythm, right? It's not an outlet that they currently have right now. And Dave Montgomery was a fine receiving back, but he was hurt. He wasn't elite, Like, that's why this offseason, I dreamt every single night I prayed to the Lord that Tony Pollard would be a Bear, because he would be such a perfect fit in this offense. And I wanted him to get a Tony Pollard type player because I watch the Cowboys because I'm forced to, because they're on national television 84 times a year. I watch what a guy like him or a guy like Christian McCaffrey does for those offenses when things go dormant. And it just is unbelievable. And the Bears need a safety blanket like that. So if they go after a guy, expect it to be a dynamic receiving back who can do everything for you. And because you said Chase Brown and, solid receiver, right? What were his receiving numbers in school?
He didn't have a crazy amount of receiving yards, but he can catch the ball if he needs to. We just didn't throw it to him that much.
Sure.
I think he had 250, 300 yards last year receiving.
Damn, 1,600 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. Well, he was second in the FBS in attempts.
He had 30 carries a game at one point. It was just everything went through Chase Brown.
He
Looking
has
at the top 30 visits. There's still a couple of decent players that the Bears had on the top 30 visits. Yeah.
Who are they?
All right. So the players that oh wait a minute, did Jalen Duncan got picked?
I don't think so.
I don't remember that happening.
I don't think he hasn't been picked yet. Ricky Stromberg, I mentioned already. Dontavion Wicks, Virginia receiver.
Yeah, I had Wicks off.
Wait,
Tyler
Wicks got
Scott?
drafted or he's
No,
still
he
available?
didn't.
Yeah, he's still there. Xavier Hutchinson will be a pick tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Jalen Duncan is still available, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't remember hearing Duncan's name.
Who was the wide receiver who like kind of took over the Senior Bowl? I can't remember.
Tank Dell did. I mean,
Oh, the Princeton guy?
yeah, it sounds
Andre
familiar.
Iosivas?
Yeah, he was one of them.
something like that.
Tank
Jayden
Dell
Reed.
took over the practices, but he didn't do absolutely anything in the game. There was
Oh.
one guy who got like
I didn't watch the game.
all the early catches.
It might have been Iosivas.
Oh, I think
I
Tyjae Spears just went to the Titans.
Oh, did he?
I'm pretty sure they're showing his highlights
Oh,
right now, so I'm pretty sure. Or it might have been the pick before the Titans.
dude, Derrick Henry, he's gone.
I don't think he went to the Titans
Oh, he
actually.
wasn't to the Titans.
Yeah, they're showing the Titans pick is in, but they're showing Spears highlights. Oh, it is to the Titans. Yeah.
Why is Devin McCourty reading the pick? Or Jason?
Jason's
played
a
for the
longtime Titan. Devin was
Really?
with the was with.
I thought they both played for the Pats.
Devin played with the Titans for like his prime, and then he went to the Pats when he was older.
Sorry, I keep cursing. My
No
bad.
problem, no problem.
Good.
Damn, bro.
Wait, who got Spears?
The Titans.
Whoa.
Derrick Henry, you are a Philadelphia Eagle.
For what though?
I don't know. They're not going to
A fourth, maybe?
Akbar wasn't lying. He called it. No, I don't know. I mean, for Derrick Henry? I mean, how old is Derrick? He's got to be 30 plus now, right?
I think
31?
he's 29.
29 right now.
He's
I think.
29.
Wow.
But
a lot
like
of mileage. A lot of
a
mileage.
team like the Eagles makes the most sense because you only
Win now
need
mode.
1-2 years.
Yeah. But he'd probably go for at least that they're going to ask for. I mean, you can make an argument he's the best running back in the NFL. You can ask for a second round pick for that, maybe even a first if you find it.
How old is Christian McCaffrey? Like 27?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
He
probably.
might even be 26. He came out of
Let's
the
see.
draft pretty early.
He didn't even go for
26.
first. 26, they got a second for him.
Really? I'm so bad with remembering trade compensation. Like that is like my pitfall.
I only remember that because the 49ers didn't have a first round pick.
Oh, that's right.
What do you think
Damn,
of this
okay.
guy, Carl Brooks from
Carl
Bowling
Brooks,
Green?
man. A lot of people project him to be a 3-tech, even though he played at the edge. All of his highlights are on the edge. So I personally, I'm not a fan of someone who played one position in college and just assume he's going to be good at a different position.
Hey, that's like Adetomawa though, right?
But he actually played 3-tech.
Right.
Like he actually did it in a game. Like Carl Brooks, I could be wrong, but everything I've seen from him has been from the edge, standing up from the edge too,
Sure.
not just hand in the dirt. He's like a stand-up edge rusher.
Yeah.
Yaya to the.
Oh, he did.
Oh no.
Ah,
Oh my guys.
but Bucks.
I don't think we draft 2 DBs. Not early.
Damn.
So Brooks and let's see who else did the Bears have for anybody for Dylan Horton from TCU. That's another name as a defensive end, not listed as edge. Though.
Defensive end.
Yeah,
Dylan
Dylan Horton, TCU.
22 years old, 6'4".
I think he led the team in sacks for TCU in their championship season.
Not bad. Pretty good athlete. Honorable mention, all conference selection in the Big 12. 8th in the SBS with 10.5 sacks. Wow. It's like, if I'm being honest, I'm so ready for the draft process to be over. Like, it is such like.
I'm ready for UDFAs. I'm ready for the next
No,
UDFA
stop.
superstar.
It's after like top 10, it kind of like goes like a slow lull. I was discussing this with Rishab yesterday, even in the first round too. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Garrett
just.
Payton, Gervon Dexter's powerful young man that can collapse the pocket and can play off blocks. I don't think he's played his best football yet. I like the pick.
You're a ghost.
Hot take.
So we basically turned the number 1 pick into DJ Moore, Darnell Wright, and Tyrique Stevenson, right? Because that was the pick that we used to trade up for.
We traded. Technically, yeah, we traded that.
So far.
He won.
So far.
And we got the first round pick next year and a second round pick after that.
And a 4th round pick next year too.
That's true. Good point. Oh my god.
Yeah, guys. So listen to this. When Ian Cunningham, I tweeted this out earlier. When Ian Cunningham gets a GM job next year and we get a comp pick, we will have 2 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, 2 third-round picks, and 2 fourth-round picks next year.
Mm.
God damn, that's amazing. Like, honestly, like it just makes
7
you like
picks in the
realize
first 4.
how much of like a long term
Next year?
says.
Next year, yes. 7 picks in the first 4 rounds if Ian Cunningham gets a GM job.
Wait, what the hell? Wait, why? Because they get compensation in which round?
So, yeah, he's a minority coach. So we get 2 comp picks, 1 next year, the year after that.
Oh, right. Okay.
So we'd have 2 firsts, 1 second, 2 thirds, 2 fourths, and then the following year we'll have 1 first, 2 seconds, 2 thirds.
Are we going to be hoping for Ian Cunningham to get a GM job then?
I think it's. I mean,
will.
he had offers. He had offers, and
Yeah.
he literally declined.
Yeah, Arizona, I believe. Yes, Arizona.
He saw the dysfunction and was like, pass.
Yeah, good decision there.
And I also think it was a combination of that and one, I will say, him being, friends with Ryan Poles. I don't think he just wants to be a one and done here without, having a job that he absolutely can't pass up.
Yeah.
So I think he did want to help us out with getting a comp pick. I'm not going to say that was his determining factor because you don't pass on a raise for helping out your buddy, but definitely, he wasn't desperate to take a job that he wasn't comfortable with.
Yeah.
So I just hope the Packers
with you.
GM doesn't get fired next year.
No.
Oh, he wouldn't.
So Riley Moss goes to Denver.
Okay. How many picks are even left in the 3rd round?
Okay, so 84. So
We go to
there's
100, right? 100.
102.
102.
102. So there's about 19 picks left, I believe.
Man, I'll probably end the stream before that.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah. Don't mind us. If you, Rishab, I know you had a long last 2 days, and I know you got another one.
No,
with,
it's totally
Grinder. Are you doing it tomorrow too?
I'm going on the Irish Bears show. I
We'll
think
both
nice.
be on that.
Lucas
Yeah, we'll
too.
both be on.
We're gonna
Irish
be on
Bears.
the same time, probably. Yeah.
Nice.
What time are you going on, by the way? Because I'm on at like 1 p.m. I think.
1
he said.
p.m. Yep.
Yeah.
1
So
p.m.
okay, I'll be on there too. So I'll see you.
I am
there.
going to Kansas City and go
Hey.
experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
Yeah.
rain. I hear it's supposed to be
Yeah.
rainy.
Well, actually, it was supposed to rain today, but we didn't get any rain. And then I'm going to double check the weather, but it looks like it's partly cloudy. So I think we kind of dodged it, thankfully.
That's good. Cool.
Yeah. I went to one in Dallas back in 2018, day 3 as well. So I look forward to this one, getting there fairly early, and just experience all the pageantry and everything.
Yeah, so I guess, before I sign off here, I just kind of want to put this general statement out here. I know we give a lot of crap to Bears fans because you have so many Bears fans who are going to cry about every single pick. But if you're following me on Twitter, I've posted every pick, and I mean the Bears Nation has given them overwhelming amount of love. I mean, you might have 10, 15 people in the comments talking about how bad the pick was, but then I got like 300, 400, 500 likes of people actually supporting it. So it seems to me like Bears Nation is enjoying this draft overall.
Yeah. we filled in the biggest needs. I mean, we got an offensive tackle, we got 2 defensive tackles, we got a cornerback too. So you really can't be that mad about the draft that the Bears had. You know, obviously we may have liked different players at certain points, but I think Ryan Poles did a pretty good draft. You know, pretty good 2 days. So
absolutely. And if you watched, I'm not even going to say tape because not the average fan just watches quote unquote tape. If you just watched highlights, you would know who Darnell Wright is to not think of that as a boring pick. Like to me, that's not a boring pick. I feel like we got one of the premier players in the draft.
Right, 100%. We went with all the boring picks though this time, which to the maybe to the casual fans don't watch, maybe only watch the Bears once in a while, or they don't watch college football that much. They probably don't like going defensive line, offensive line because they aren't the flashy names that people like to talk about. But I think we did have a pretty solid.
They're gonna like it in September and October. They will like and November. I'll tell you that much.
Yep. We actually have a run defense next year.
Exactly, and somebody who can protect the Justin Fields for a change too. That's far more important right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if he doesn't develop this year, we're looking at a disaster. But if he takes a big step forward, you can stomach a weak defense for another year.
Yeah,
definitely. All right, well, thank you guys for coming on. I guess we'll end the stream right here because we have about 20 picks until the end of the third round. I don't think they're going to trade up at this point. So
it's great to be on the show. And
if you guys want to plug your social medias, I know that Sadiq already kind of did, but Steven, you want to plug your podcast?
Yeah, so I do a podcast with Rashab on Mondays for the last couple of months on my podcast network called the Double A Team podcast. I originally started with Ken Fang from Awful Announcing, 2 Asian guys talking about sports, representing our community. And then Rashab had been very, very generous enough to join me on Mondays, and we hope to continue to do so. Maybe in June, July, probably, summertime when there's really not much to talk. We might only do it once a week or so. But once the Bears season starts, we hope to do a lot of reviews and breakdowns. I'll be doing a lot more with Ken Fang on Tuesdays and so forth. But and I'm as you can see on my screen there, I also write for Bear Goggles On, part of a fan-sided network. Which now, full disclosure, I haven't written one since early March or so. But after this, now that I got settled down, being in the Kansas City area, moving from Ohio for work, I am ready to resume writing. And tonight's and yesterday's draft really got me pumped and excited about, this team finally shaping up into the mold that both Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus wanted to build their team based on. And fair or not, this is their team now. This is going to be what they're going to be judged based on what they did this offseason, and there will be more scrutiny this upcoming year. So hopefully that the work is still being done, and I look forward to seeing what they do the rest of this offseason and shaping this team and for 2023 season.
Of course. Kevin, you want to plug your Bears Nation podcast?
Yeah, you guys can follow us, Bears Nation Podcast, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. You can subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've been putting out content twice a week. Appreciate you, man, for having us on. This was a lot of fun. It was fun talking football with you guys. We haven't done a live show like this in a while since I usually work on draft nights. So it's fun to actually be able to react live and talk about the picks with some big Bears
fans. This was a lot of fun. It's an honor to be, I follow both of you guys on Twitter as well. So, hopefully we get to do this again, before the season and, do a deep dive of 2023 season and beyond too. So
100%. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you guys for watching the stream.
Thanks.
Have a good one. Bears are picking again tomorrow. Hope we
yes, sir.
But goodbye, guys. Bear down.
Thank you. Down. Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
Rashab, thanks, man.
Of course, dude. Did you want to do a podcast on this upcoming Monday or this upcoming week to talk about the picks? Because we could probably do one more before we take a break until
yeah. That's a good idea. I did meet with the experts that I spoke with on pre-draft night.
Yeah.
So now that's between us. It's EJ Schneider and Brett Coleman.
Oh, right. Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
the ones that talked about the whole
The
actually-
Jalen Carter thing. So, but I won't be mentioning their names. But